Welcome to the very first episode of Grandeur Adventure. This is the show where me and my lovely dorky friends play Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Nathan, the Dungeon Master, and these are my friends. This is everybody that we're playing with. This is Austin and Danielle and Michael, and we have Collen and Kirsten and Jordan.
It's a little delayed. So this is the very first episode of our campaign. So this is kind of our get to know you. You guys get to know us in our group, and it's going to be super fun.
So I'll start by introducing myself.
If you don't know me, I am
Nathan Boersma, the Dungeon Master of this group. My close friends call me Nafy. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I love mood lighting, rainy days, Beyonce, adventures, cows, Pixar, and my friends. I love you guys so much. This is going to be really, really fun. So this is Dungeons & Dragons. As you can see, we've made a mess of our table. There's dice, there's character sheets, there's all sorts of stuff going on. If you don't know what this game is, this is a collaborative storytelling adventure roleplay game, and it's going to be an absolute blast. So we are going to be playing a campaign in a world that I've created called Idira. This world is inspired by the movie The Song of the Sea, and is primarily based off Irish mythology. Join us as we adventure into this land of magic, wonder, and adventure. I want to give a shout out to Tabletop Audio and Kevin MacLeod. We're going to be using, I really hope I pronounced his name right, we're going to be using their music for our soundtrack tonight. We aren't as cool as Critical Role yet, so we don't have any fancy announcements or sponsorships or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Welcome to Grandeur Adventure.
And all the audio just clipped.
Also, just to let you know, we're just going to be like having fun, so we're not going to be super polished, and we're just going to be laughing and having a good time. We're hanging out.
That's right.
So, are you guys ready?
Well, I'm ready.
Yeah? All right.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, my Spotify went offline. Oh, there's music. Okay. Give me just 1 second.
It's happening.
I just need to restart Spotify super fast. This is so smooth. We're not having any technical difficulties.
Not sponsored by Spotify yet. Hey, Spotify call. I don't know which camera to look into. There's 3 of them. Hello, everyone.
I like that one is kind of hiding behind the other one too. I like that one's kind of shy.
Kind of like peeking.
Oh, yeah, it's peeking around.
If I duck all the way back, you guys just don't see me at all. So.
You're
I know.
basically
And you're
invisible.
the
I'll
main
just stay in the
character.
shadows.
Hey, Colin, you should tell us about what our sponsor has for us today.
Today our sponsor is nothing.
That should like zoom in on
We
his
don't have
face.
any money. Right.
We are accepting offers though.
We are
Coca-Cola,
accepting offers.
Facebook, anyone. Really.
Facebook, yeah. Facebook, Apple.
100%.
Yeah.
Here's what we do. Every time we roll a natural one of you gives us $100. And then we'll shout
like
your name
that.
out
By
after
faith.
the stream.
If you don't know what that means, tonight we're going to be rolling a dice called the D20 a lot. If you roll a 1 on the dice, it's an automatic failure. Super rough, awful. If you roll a 20, known as a natural 20, it's an automatic success. It's beautiful. There'll be a lot of shouting when that happens. All right, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to dive in.
Open my dice. We're ready. You need gloves.
Last time on Grandeur Adventure. Sawyer Wilder, while on a boat from Liverpool to Dublin in 1946, was caught in a storm. He was with his terminally ill sister, Saoirse, taking her home to spend her last days with family. In the storm, they met Naselki, a powerful she, who invited them to a magical land called Idira. She told them Saoirse would not die in Idira, that they have the answers for her recovery. Desperate to see his sister healed, they came through the sea to Idira. On their journey, after leaving the Selkie, a giant spirit whale ran into them, separating them and knocking them unconscious. Sawyer awoke in the Ambrose Inn, disoriented and confused, desperate to find his sister. He met Ambrose, the innkeeper, along with several other interesting characters. First, he met Sylvie, a strange 6-year-old girl traveling alone. As well in the tavern, we have Booker, the friendly gambling dryad. We have Kinsley Bellughan, the water genasi, the drunken hunk, Aiden, as well as the scarred dark elf, Vario. They gambled, amongst other shenanigans, and it was a good time. Eventually, Sawyer went into the back room with Ambrose, who explained where he is. He also revealed that Sawyer's father, Kingston Wilder, spent time in Adira as well. He was a powerful wizard and left Sawyer some of his things. Upon opening his father's spellbook, Sawyer became a first-level wizard. The guards discovered Saoirse has been taken by members of Clan Deargan, the Red Dragon, a gang of thugs for unknown reasons. Now united with a group of adventurers, they have their quest: find Saoirse. And this is where we resume. The party currently resides still in the Ambrose Inn. There's a warm fire. It's currently late afternoon. I totally didn't stop playing that music. Where we resume. You guys are still currently sitting around the table. You just found out that your sister's been taken by the thugs. So the sun will set soon, so the group decides to take up the search first thing in the morning. It's late afternoon, and you'll still have a couple hours before dark to do some things in Slumberton, the town where they currently are in, if you'd like. Sawyer just came to a new world, so he has a lot to learn. Real fast, could you guys go ahead and visually just describe your characters to the audience? Austin, you want to start?
So my character is this massive 6'8", hulking, just shirt bursting at the seams human.
Just like you.
Just like me. You can obviously tell. I modeled the character after my own physique. Who has a little bit of scruff, much like myself, and this silky black hair. And is dressed in just some kind of ripped clothes and seems to have two swords fastened to his back, his lower back.
Danielle?
So my character Sylvie, she is this very little girl, human-looking girl. She has darker skin but super blonde hair and eyelashes. She's wearing a black cloak and this like nicely made black sweater and pants. She's very cute. She's very, very cute.
If you do say so yourself.
And I'm Booker, and I am a dryad. You could think of maybe a wood elf, basically. Pretty well kept. Some, brown hair coming down to the shoulders a little bit. He's just sitting back, kind of running a coin, the last coin he has, through his fingers because Aiden over here took the rest of his money last time. And he's wearing some green and some brown clothing, nothing armored or anything like that. And yeah, he's just kind of relaxing.
Yeah, out of all the characters in the room, Sawyer looks the most out of place in terms of dress. He's wearing 1950s like schoolboy clothing. He's a little bit more dressed up than the typical person would be back in the 1950s. However, his clothing grossly stands out from that of the adventurers that sit in this tavern. He's a 17-year-old boy who is a little too self-absorbed with the way that he looks.
Kirsten?
Kinsley is a water genasi. She has faintly green skin and black as death hair floating about her. Sorry, I'm looking the wrong way. Anyway, you can see gills on the side of her neck and fins poking out from her moldy cloak, and she has an enormous bag to her side that she is nervously guarding.
My character is Vario. I am a elfish, although I have a darker skin tone than most have seen by far. And I look somewhat unkempt. I have a large, lumpy cloak about me, and it's a grayish color. You can't tell if it used to be a different color maybe, and there's definitely stains all over it, as well as maybe some small holes and patches here and there. And I do have horrible burn scars on the right side of my body.
Just a side note.
By the way, small detail.
All right. So as you guys are sitting around the table in the midst of the tavern, Ambrose, the big burly, he's basically Santa Claus, this innkeeper. Ambrose walks up to you guys, and he says, "I think it would be best for you to head to Cortana, the capital of this fiefdom, about 50 miles west of here. Clan Deargan has some activity there. Speak to my friend Bran McLaughlin with the guard. He's a good man."
I get up to go like right now.
He's like, "Wait, you're so hasty, Sawyer."
I don't understand the problem. I need to go get my sister now.
He just ignores you, and then he's like, "Tell him I sent you. I wish I had more to offer you, but times are tough. I can give you food for the journey, but I'm afraid horses are out of the question. Your stay tonight is on the house." And he turns to you and he's like, "Before you leave, take this. It's from me." He hands you this now.
Sorry.
Manners.
Should I read it aloud?
If you can, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, so I take the note and like stare at it for a moment in kind of disbelief. And I look up at the group like kind of, I'm like reading to myself, but I'm not doing a good job at kind of concealing it. "My son, I am so sorry, my boy. Your mom and I always thought of telling you or even bringing you to Adira. It is my deepest regret. I love you and I always will. I want you to have my staff. Go to the
Carthana.
Go to Carthana. Speak to the Reginald. Tolan?
Reginald Tellerin, I believe.
Reginald Tellerin. He will help you. Love, Dawn."
Reginald Collen. How's the handwriting? Is it like...
Maybe
Pretty intense.
He's a wizard, not an author.
That sounds intense.
I fold the note and I put it in my shirt pocket.
Cool. Go ahead.
So the free night, does that include the beer?
I said food tonight is on the house. Just don't go overboard. Times have been tough lately. I can give you food for your journey to Cartana.
I look up and I'm like, "Can I get a beer?"
All right, because you're technically in range.
17.
You are 17. It's taken me a bit to adjust to the laws of this land, but there's no laws against it.
I slide him a silver. Then I pull it back and then I slide him a gold. like,
He takes your gold and any other drinks for you guys before you head out to the
Is
town?
he standing behind the bar, or is he like
He's
at the
your table, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna come up behind him and just kind of tug him by the shirt. Like, "Do you have any more juice?"
You want more juice? You've been drinking juice all day.
I love it.
As you wish. He's like, anything else?
Do you happen to have anything with a little bit more oomph?
Yeah.
Beer?
Let me see if I've got any more Sinnigan Stout, fresh from Carthana. I think our supplies are running low, so... Actually,
I don't know what that is.
now that you remind me, while you're in Cartana, if you would pick up a shipment of Sinnigan Stout for me and transport it back to Slumberton, that would help me a lot.
Well, I mean, what would be the reward for something like that?
Would it be perhaps some of this stout right now as like a down
I could
payment?
give you some of the stout, yes. You've never had Sinnigan Stout.
No, we're about to.
What is that? Sinnigan Stout.
Sinnigan Stout is a very thick and intense malt beer. Sawyer, have you heard of Guinness back in your world?
"Oh, of course."
Very similar to Guinness. You wouldn't know what that is, but...
Guinness is it's really good.
Sure, I'll take that.
Absolutely. I literally just did your accent. Back to you.
It's infectious.
We're struggling. Wonderful.
I'm a little tight on gold right now. Do you have anything that runs closer to 3?
3 coffee?
Just free.
Oh, free.
Yeah,
free.
I unless you want to spot me because you took all my money. He won fair and square.
I'll take a gold piece. And I just slide it.
That's so much
One for this small man.
As you wish. As he takes the gold and he goes back to go get all of your drinks and all of your food.
This guy's making bank tonight.
I was gonna say, like, that's so much money.
And he literally offered like normal food and drinks for free.
Yeah.
You know gold is like $100 in USD, right?
His character doesn't.
Your character doesn't, but Austin does.
My character's not.
So we need somebody to watch your character.
I know that after that happens, I go up to it's like, buddy. Do you know how much you just spent?
Well, I know that
You
this
gotta
piece.
get
I know that
so
this
many
piece
beers
is
with that.
gold, and I know that this piece is silver.
And what do you know after that? At all. Anything will do.
No, you know how many beers this can get you for one?
But why wouldn't you just take one thing? Because I'm getting one thing. So why wouldn't I just give one thing?
I take out my wallet and I give him like €5. I'm like, you can use these.
So just rip it. I don't think currency is supposed, or money is supposed to do that.
I'm gonna turn to him really quick and go, "You're not very smart, are you?" I'm sorry. What's that?
I just gotta slink back in my chair.
You know what helps with some of that intellect stuff, eh? Some gnomish essence. Right here, I got some vital oils. They help you.
That is so true.
If you lather some on,
That-
right there, right here, they're essential. I would say
Can
it
it
runs
make,
about 5 gold.
Can it
each.
make me think better?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I hand 10 gold.
That,
I'll take it.
that'll run you about 2, but I'll give you 3 because that is very, very,
The generosity of this man
I think.
is something else.
And I'll take you 10
As
gold.
I just
And I
take
pocket it, put it in my little pouch.
as I take the bottle and just start like.
Oh, I like it. You don't need to use that much. You don't need to use that much.
As you start like pouring it all over yourself,
No.
it starts burning. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You have to be fine.
Certainly fine. 24.
Yeah.
24.
Woo!
You don't have a very serious allergic reaction, but you are now discovering that you are in fact allergic.
Question. Would I know what's that word you use? That word. Would I know what that means?
Make a history check.
Oh, that's going to be
What is it, like negative?
No, it'd be nature because you're trying to identify what's happening to you.
So, take it.
1.
That's -3.
It's burning you. You have no idea what's happening.
That means it's working.
I take her juice and just I'm sorry, darling. I'll get you another one. Is there anyone?
As you are just smelly and sticky and
What
equally
is
stupid as it's like this lavender lemongrass smell of the what do you call them, the critical oils?
Yes.
They're critical oils.
Critical oils.
They're vital.
Absolutely.
Some would say
Oils.
essential.
But not most.
Are burning in this lavender and lemongrass smell is just filling the place. As Ambrose is walking up to you guys with his drinks and he's like, what the hell happened here?
Can we get another juice for the lady?
He looks as he sets the tray down. He brought another juice just in case because he knew something was going to happen. He was like, as he gives you another juice.
I'm holding it with 2
Thank you
hands.
for a cold one.
I'm frantically going over the notes that my father left in the
Okay.
book, and quickly I snap my head up to see, look around the room to see if I could find salt, string, or wood to kind of just pocket.
They would have salt in the back room. You could ask Ambrose about it, and you could try to steal it. But they do salt their meats and salt foods and stuff like that. As far as wood, you're in a tavern, so there's wood all around you. There's trees outside.
I look him dead in the eyes and I'm like, "Do you have salt?"
Salt
Salt.
for your dinner?
No, just salt.
How
Like
much?
a handful
How
of
much?
salt. I think. A bit. I need a bit of salt.
Are you reading your notes there correctly?
Yeah, just a bit of salt. A pinch.
He just looks really confused because
I just need salt.
As you wish. They'll just run 2 copper. Do you want me to get you like a cup of salt?
Yeah.
Yes,
and I have the gold. I don't have any copper, but I'm like,
I'll exchange it for you. So he takes the gold piece and goes in the back room. After a couple minutes, he comes back with a little pouch full of salt. As he gives it back and gives you your change.
do you have soot?
What kind of question is that? There's a fireplace over there.
So, do you have any more pouches like this one?
I do.
And I give him, keep 2 of the
Give him a
copper.
couple of copper. He goes and gets you another little pouch.
Just spending all his money.
And then I go up to the fireplace and I'm just scooping soot into this bag.
As you're scooping this soot, you're like trying to be careful, but it's making a little cloud as your face is getting dirty.
So he,
I'm just gonna like nudge. I assume. I'm just gonna say I'm sitting next to you for the time being, and just. What is he doing?
I don't know. Looks like he's trying to spellcast or something like that.
and then I'm flipping through the book again, and I look up to see if there's like books or like anywhere where there might be a language that I don't understand. Either someone speaking it or it being written.
Let me look.
I could roll investigation. I do.
That'd be
very well.
Yeah,
perception.
because you have like +8 or something.
Roll perception check.
I rolled a natural 1.
As
So that'd
you're
be
like,
$200. Or 100. Sorry, 100. And I'll shout you out afterwards.
as you're like scooping in the soot, you're distracted by the salt. You're like trying to hear the voices, but everything's just muddled, and you're so like,
And I
need my
Salt.
ingredients.
I just come back sitting down fuddled, and I'm like, does anyone know of any other languages?
Other languages.
Maybe.
I know quite a few languages. Why are you so interested?
Just speak any of them.
All right. I start talking about the local bungalow in Elvish.
I throw the salt and the soot at his face, and I put my hand on it. And
He does
I
so. How
attempt
do
to
you
cast comprehend languages.
Are you ritual casting it or just with a spell slot?
Just with a spell slot, yeah.
With a spell slot. As you throw it in his face, grab his face. You're starting to cast the spell as it like starts swirling around him.
And so, like, I'm like taken aback. My eyes are kind of watering from all the
salt.
oil that he put on. It's like all coming out, and I'm like really surprised. And I'm like, oi, bloke, what are you doing there?
I want to know what you're saying.
Well, can you understand me right now? Because I'm speaking Elvish.
Do I understand it?
You have successfully cast comprehend like that.
And I look at them like, do you understand him?
Yes.
Most of the time right now.
Yes, but I could always understand him.
He's speaking in Elvish.
I could speak out.
Oh yeah, you're an elf.
Do I speak? Can I speak it back?
I don't think so with comprehend languages.
I'm like 90% sure you can. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Can't what?
Cannot speak it back.
can't speak it back with
Oh,
the spell.
You just hear it.
90%.
I think you can also read it too.
I think I can only read it.
You can read it and understand it.
I'm pretty sure you can
Oh, okay.
understand
Yeah,
the
you can
spell.
Oh,
This
you can
instance-
hear. Yeah, okay.
You
Sorry,
understood it.
sorry. The meaning of any spoken language, and my eyes just go wide, and I start speaking gibberish back to you, but it doesn't translate.
And I'm just like, please take your hand off my face.
I take my hand off your face, and I just go, yes. And I go
Like
back to flipping through the
Pentecostal,
book.
right?
That was very up close and personal.
I'm a little bugged.
I would be too.
All right, so you guys have a few hours before dark. It's later in the afternoon. Do you guys want to do anything in town before the evening?
How strong is the alcohol that Sidarin thing that you brought?
Sit down.
The alcohol, it's like 12% alcohol content.
Oh. That's not bad
Taste
for
of it.
you.
It's good. It's really good. It tastes like Guinness.
As I try to down it in one.
As you're just like, as
Is
you're,
there? Do you have more of this?
he just keeps bringing it to you, and he holds out his hand every time like it's gonna be more gold because he's almost out. as you keep giving him your money.
Giving him gold?
And you said last time that there's like a posting that there's a poetry reading tonight? Or
Yes, there is. You guys did notice earlier that there's a little flyer on the door that there's open mic night every Friday night in the Ambrose Inn. Tonight is Friday.
Oh.
So that'll be later on after sunset.
Does anyone know where like Ace Hardware is? Or like an army supply store, or
Ace Hardware.
or the
Are you
where's the
speaking a different
gros-
language now?
Where's the grocery store? Or?
Who's
Do
Grocer
you understand
Easter?
anything he's saying?
I think he wants to go to the marketplace.
Does the marketplace have any books? I'm in need of a certain kind of book.
You actually would know that written books are actually quite expensive and rare in Adira. History is mostly told orally, like through oral tradition. In this world, there are books around, but like a library would be pretty rare.
Where do I buy mercury?
Here, this is just for you guys. It's not like you actually have this in game, but here's a map of Slumberton. It has all the shops and all that kind of stuff.
What time did you say was it? It's like 7 o'clock in the evening, or?
Yeah, it'd be like 8 o'clock.
Or a bell?
Late sunset.
If I could buy a bell.
That place is right up the alley. The
Which
shops
place?
there
That's
are
in the
Bellughan's Metalwares, Peter Potter's Pots, Rommel's Glass, and Sugar Mae's Bakery.
Could we try?
Yeah.
A bakery?
I mean, so I've been to
I need
Slumberton
a
before. Would I know if the shops are open right now or not?
Yeah, they absolutely would be.
They're open. Okay.
And until sunset, typically.
Okay.
Since, ma'am, I
Crazy.
Ambrose told me last
I'll
time
go
it
with you.
wasn't
Where
up-
you looking to
Okay, it was
go?
in some other-
Anywhere where I
In
could
Cortana.
buy mercury.
Cortana, okay.
Mercury. I'm not quite familiar with that.
Or a tiny bell.
Oh, I have a bell.
You have a bell?
I have a little bell. You can just have it. Actually, you can't just have it. I saw that gold. What do you like? How much do you need the bell?
I'll give it to you for 1 gold.
Because you're such a nice kid, I'll accept.
And I hand her a copper.
This is not a gold.
I hand her 2 copper.
This is not a gold.
I hand her 3 copper.
I take the copper and my bell. Do better.
I'll see if I could find one for cheaper in the market. I don't understand the currency quite yet.
This is a very pricey
You'll
bell.
need about 100 of those coppers for that bell.
Do you have any idea what this bell is capable of?
Oh, wow.
Ring. And I pick it up and I just
You're
roll.
a
Wow!
smart girl.
No idea what's going
I
on.
was trained
Oh my god, he almost summoned every beast in town.
So I just get up.
Lord!
I get up and I'm like just kind of like bouncing at the door, waiting for you.
He's out of his bloody mind.
So I
Did get 3 copper though.
walk up to him and walk up here. So where is it that you're looking to head?
Again, somewhere I could buy mercury or a bell.
No.
A
Would
cheap
I
bell.
know? Would I know that there's a store anywhere around that would have anything like that?
There's all those shops in the market. There's like general store kind of things.
Okay.
There's Bellughan's Metalwares, which is typically more like a blacksmith. But
Or-
like Rommel's Glass could have something like that.
Also a silver wire and anything with magic.
You know, I think we need a general store for you, bloke. All right.
There is, if you are looking for components, there is an Arcanist shop. The Arcanium is in Slumberton.
Let's head over to the
I
Arcanist.
don't know that.
You don't know that.
I think I know just the place for you. Come on. And so we head over to the Arcanist.
I look at
So you guys are going to the Arcanist.
Well, I look at you and I'm like, do we follow him or something? I really want to go see the town. I haven't been here before.
Sure, we can go see the town. I've got nothing else to
I will
do.
also come since I do feel like I owe you something for taking your juice and feel
That's
terribly sorry
because you
about
do over something.
That's okay. I forgive you.
Do you want to do anything
try to go
different
to
in
that
town, or are
bakery?
you going to go with them?
I'm going to go with them. I said I'm going to try to keep a watch on you. Make sure you don't spend too much money again.
So, as you guys leave the tavern and you begin heading southwest through the town, you leave the building and it looks like a beautiful sunset is taking place on the coast. But strangely to you, Sawyer, that's east. The sun is setting in the east. beautiful purples and oranges stretch across the sky as a light breeze blows through. The sound of the water on the shore.
Oi!
Very beautiful.
What's wrong with the sun?
What do you mean?
That's the bloody wrong direction.
What do you mean?
The sun's supposed to set that way.
Don't you think if it were supposed to set that way, it would have set that way? Think before you speak.
As you guys just brush them off and keep walking.
Blimey.
You guys continue through the town. It's a fairly quiet day. It's like a late Friday afternoon. Some people are starting to close up their stalls in the market and heading home. Some of the workers are leaving the mine as you guys head to the Arcanist.
And as we're on our way, I'm just going to suggest on what I think what you might actually want instead of buying everything individually is I think the Arcanist in town has something called a component pouch. It has a bunch of things in it. Wires, mercury, whatever you want. Really, I don't know. Maybe it has mercury. I don't know. But might be the best bang for your buck, eh?
Would you be able to help me find it?
We can just ask the Arcanist.
You seem better with people than me.
I do, don't I? All right, and so we're just going to keep heading, and I'm trying to keep a distance between Aiden and I because he's still making my eyes water with this.
I hand you 4 gold.
Oh yeah, you're still
5 gold. 6 gold. Or is it
just like looking at it,
7
like, what's this for?
to buy the pouch?
Ah, okay. I thought it was a tip. All right.
I mean, maybe after.
All right. What?
You would know a component pouch is typically like 25 gold pieces, but you could probably barter for cheaper.
Okay.
But you haven't even gone to the shop yet.
Yeah.
So you guys head up to the shop. The shop sits on the southwest, very edge of town. It's a tall building, but it looks like the floors are like slightly crooked. As some of the shingles are off, it looks like one of the windows has a crack going through it, and it looks like there's 3 ravens sitting just on top along the roof. You guys creak open the door to a dark building. Let me get some music. As you guys open the door to the Arcanium, ruffling through the building, you see an old woman. She's actually fairly tall. She looks like she stands at about 5'11", 6 foot. As she's just rummaging through, she wears this like tight-fitting black robe that extends down all the way to her feet. It looks like she has tattoos going up both arms, all sorts of different swirling patterns and ravens that go up her left shoulder. She has old glasses. One of them has a crack going through it with this like big, poofy, curly mess of white hair in the top. It literally looks like a bird's nest.
My perfect one.
As she has 2 piercings in the top of her ear. There's like piercings all over. She has a piercing on her lip. As she looks dope. In this room, there's shelves all throughout with all sorts of different bits and baubles. There's a whole little display case that has crystal balls all over it. There's a wand section. They have staves. All sorts of different stuff. As well, you see a big bin that's just full of random spell components.
I just go straight to the bin.
As she looks up as you walk in, and you're just kind of walking straight to the bin, and she's
Boy.
like, "Oh, excuse me.
I'm Sawyer.
It is nice to meet you, Sawyer."
I reach out my hand. What does she look like? Kiss
I
it?
have a picture. I can't technically show because of copyright, but I do have a picture.
Would you send me
She's
a-
like she has a fat black ring on her finger.
I kiss it.
She's like, she pulls her hand back.
Did you say that his father gave him a wand or staff?
His father did give him a wand.
I'm just gonna.
This is what she looks like.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Very
I
cool.
turn and I take my mirror And I'm like looking at myself in the mirror and adjusting a little bit, and then I slip my mirror back in my pocket.
I'm gonna whisper in Sawyer's ear a little bit. Be like, so, did your pops? Did he leave you a wand or a staff or something? Because I think that might be able to supplement any materials. Oh, hello, miss. And I just take her hand and I just kiss her hand.
What is it that you're looking for today? She just leans casually against the counter.
I want to cast some spells.
Well, you have absolutely come to the right place. I happen to be a master sorceress myself.
Oh, I don't know much about that. I'm a wizard. Took his accent.
Same boat of things. And is there anything particular you're looking for?
A bell?
A bell?
Some mercury?
So, you are looking for components. Mercury will run you a hefty price, but if you just flip through my bins and look for whatever you'd like. If you can use your magic, you can sort through it like that.
Could I get 1 second?
Yes.
And then I take you outside again. I'm like, what do you mean with the wand? He gave me this one, but I already have this one.
Right. Well, let's just put it this way. I don't think you're going to need many materials if you have that wand in your possession. I think it pretty much supplements it.
Oh, but the book said I needed the materials.
Does it? Does it say you need the wand and the materials?
I just look at him blankly.
All right. Well,
I'm like, I don't.
How about this? How about let's try casting something in your book with your wand without using the materials? We're going to find out. All right?
Okay. I look for like the most expensive thing, which would be identify.
Yeah.
And I ritual cast identify
Nothing happens.
with the wand.
With identify, you need a pearl worth 100 gold pieces.
Oh, so you have to have that.
If it has a gold piece value listed in the description, you do.
I'm like,
All right. Well, can you try anything else? Any other thing in that book?
I cast floating disc. Or ritual cast floating disc.
It does as the like moon-looking disc appears on the ground.
Hey.
I laugh and I jump on it. And then I'm doing this to try and make it move.
As you jump on it, it immediately slips under you and starts floating away. As you actually can't ride, it says that it in the description.
And I go chasing after the disc.
As it continues to keep a 20-foot distance from you. As it just...
Awesome spell.
And I'm like, come back! Come back!
Sawyer, I think it worked. I think it worked. All right. You didn't use any materials, did you?
No, I didn't.
Then I don't think we need materials.
So what do I do with this? And I put 35 gold coins. I'm like holding them.
Well, I don't know exactly what you need it for. It could be used for a lot of things. I don't think you look strong enough to be sporting any sort of armor, but...
Oh, I need a backpack, and I need... we're going out into the wilderness. Maybe a fishing pole. Maybe some cooking utensils. I could use...
I think we need to go to the general store. You know what? We already talked to this arcanist. I think we should at least go in, say hi, and I'll just buy something from her. Just courtesy.
So we go in.
Cool.
I'm back! I made a disc fly down the road.
As you walk in the door, it looks like she's like sitting up on a shelf in the back bit of the room, like legs crossed. She's taken her shoes off as she has this big book that she's holding in one hand, and she's just like twiddling her fingers as the pages flip without her touching it.
That's dope.
Wow.
Right.
What spell is that one?
It's Mage Hand.
How do I learn it?
It is a cantrip. Do you not know cantrips?
I have Minor Illusion. And then I cast Minor Illusion.
What do you make?
I make like a little dancing version of him.
A little dancing booker appears on the table.
Oi. Look pretty good.
And I put it on his shoulder.
She's like, that's child's play. Try major illusion, or perhaps something greater like project image or hallucinatory terrain.
And I'm just staring at my book and staring at her. I'm like, that one's not in the book.
You will learn.
Do you have any spells?
I'm afraid at the moment my spells have run thin. You do know that we are in a shortage. You know what happened. Well, perhaps you should spend some more time in Adira and you may learn our history.
I came in yesterday.
Well then, that would explain things. If you have any spells, I would be more than willing to purchase them off of you in the future if you find any extra spell scrolls laying around or anything like that.
Okay. Do you want to help me find my sister?
I have my own business. What happened to your sister?
I just shake my head and I say nothing.
I'm so sorry.
She was taken by a whale.
Like Pinocchio.
Or Jonah.
She was taken by a whale.
Where? A whale took your sister. Did he eat her?
No, I don't think so.
Unlike Pinocchio.
We were riding in this jet stream in the water, and this whale came up.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you with that. So now, if you're not going to buy anything, ta-ta, get out of my shop.
Just one word. Do you happen to have any perfume in here? I know you're an alchemist, but I don't know if you're doing any alchemy or anything like that. But
I do happen to have perfume.
Yes.
You're asking.
Yes. Well, I'm just wondering how much it runs in these parts.
Well, my perfume happens to run about 150 gold pieces per
right,
vial,
well.
but perhaps in some of the other places you could find something more suitable to your tastes.
I'll probably be back. Maybe not for that. I see you might have some potions of healing in the back. Is that true?
I personally don't have potions of healing here.
All right.
Like I said, shortage.
Yes. Well.
I go, oh, well, if there's a shortage, I might be able to help. And I put the 2 component pouches that I had just acquired, knowing that I recently don't need them anymore. And I'm like, I could sell you these.
I'm okay, thank you. I have things to do. As you actually see, there's a window open towards the back, as it looks like a raven flies in and perches on her shoulder, and looks like it's whispering in her ear.
I'd like to talk to her.
Are you in there?
Are we all
I
there?
don't know.
I thought we were all
I think
in.
they all follow.
If we're not, we're going in.
I totally thought it was just the 2 of them in there, and you guys were just kind of also going out.
What? Can we go in then?
Yeah, totally.
I'd like to go
I
in.
assumed we were in.
Yeah.
I've been
As you
watching
guys
this whole
walk in
thing.
the door, and she's like, "Oh, there's more of you."
While she's distracted, I go and I put my 2 component pouches in her random component bin.
You do so.
I pat them.
Yes. I walk up to her.
She walks up and she's like, "My name is Farah. Nice to meet you."
Kinsley, and I lick her hand.
And isn't your tongue like kind of scaly
Yeah.
too?
Oh!
Yeah. As you lick up her hand and she recoils it back, and actually she recoils it back, and as she pulls her hand back, it looks like black flame appears at her fingertips, and she's like,
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean anything by it.
It's
How people
customary
say
where she's
no.
from.
says,
Yeah.
"What was your name?"
Michelle.
Yes. As she holds her hand up.
Maybe we should go.
As she,
Well,
holds
like
her
your
hand,
hand
she's
is
like-
probably like twice the size of mine.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
As she just like pulls her hand back, and it's just like, "I have things to do. The shop is
but I'm
closed.
looking, but I'm
Goodbye."
looking at you. I'm so cute. I'm looking at you. I'm so cute.
She's so cute.
I'm just
Make
looking
a
at you.
persuasion check.
Where's my D20? Oh, frick. What happened? Oh, 3.
3. As she's
Wait,
just like,
no. Hold on.
"Tell me your modifier."
Wait, what is it again? 5.
She's
Thank
just like,
God.
"I know," and she looks at you and smells you, and she's just like, "The shop is closed. Goodbye."
Oh, do you have any rare jerky?
She just walks away. She walks back.
As she's walking away, I do my I do my thing where I'm like trying to gather as much information about her as possible.
Make an investigation check.
So you freak her out.
I like to try to find the shiniest thing in the room that I can.
24.
Hold on. 24.
Yeah.
As you look her up and down, you inspect the tattoos around her. On her right arm, as the crows go up, you see it actually. It looks like there's a woman hidden in the tattoos on this arm as it goes up, and it looks like something happens and she transforms into the raven. As then it looks like the raven is then flying up her arm.
Have fun transforming into the raven. And I walk out the door.
As she walks away. You what?
I'd like to try to find the shiniest thing in the shop.
Make a perception check. Are you like gonna sift through, or are you just looking?
It's the nearest thing.
Nearest thing.
It's wood.
I like this.
There's one of the crystal balls are pretty shiny on the shelves.
I'd like to go up to the crystal ball and hold it.
As you pick it up, magic energy appears at the bottom as you can't budge it as you hear footsteps coming back from the other room.
Oh,
try to
you will
force it.
turn it
Make a
now.
strength. Make an athletics check.
He's trying to steal something right now. What are you trying to do?
In front of you guys. You guys are watching him do this.
I run out the front door.
18.
Huh?
18.
18 as it doesn't budge. As
I gotta go.
she
Come on.
slams the door open from the other room. She holds a wand up at you. As she comes right up to you, grabs your neck and holds it right to your face.
I go up to her. Like, I'm sorry, he's really stupid. Like, he doesn't know.
I say, ma'am, I can confirm he is really stupid.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because he's helping you.
Okay. Sick. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. 21.
21 as she
The first one I rolled was a 4.
she like squeezes your neck a little bit and then backs off, puts the wand away, and says, "Get out from the shop."
I leave.
I say, come
As the
on,
raven causes you.
Go. We should go.
It's just stand there, fairly mortified. Just like
I like push him like out the door.
And as we're exiting,
leave
I
the
just
shop.
thank you for your patience with all of us, and then we leave.
Okay, you guys leave the shop, headed back out into town. Is there anything else you want to do in town before the evening?
General store.
Then we'll travel
So I
tomorrow.
was gonna go
General
to the
store?
general store.
Yeah. In the market, in town, there's several different stalls that in the market you'll be able to get whatever you need as far as like the things in adventuring gear in the player's handbook.
Sweet.
And you actually notice the prices are just a little bit lower than what's actually in the player's handbook.
Cool. So I'm like, we need stuff like.
Right. Can you just give me a list?
Like a tent.
You need a tent. Oh, right. I don't even have a tent. Okay. Yeah, I can get you a tent.
And like
fishing pole.
Is there like
you said?
is there like a pack with like
A backpack.
things that travelers need?
Like a travel. Yeah, I think.
Explorer's back.
I think we could manage.
Yeah, that's a
that.
thing. The
I think we
explorer's
can manage
back.
I know.
Yeah.
Also like a grappling hook. Yeah.
that. I have a grappling hook, so you might not need one unless you really want one.
You have one?
I do
Okay.
have one.
What don't we have?
I have a lot. I'm a little bit of a pack rat.
Okay. So we go to the first place looking for an adventurer's pack.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want
Yeah.
Yeah, just an explorer's pack runs normally about 10 gold pieces, but someone's selling one for 8.
I nudge him. I'm like, see if you can do better.
Yeah. This explorer's pack looks pretty good right here. Looks like it's got a little nick on the bottom there. I don't know if you see that, but I could give you 7 for it.
Sir, this is a very fine explorer's pack. If you look at the markings along the side here, this was made about 5 years ago by some of the finest leather craftsmen in the area. This normally would run about 15 gold pieces for the entire pack, but I'm selling it at a lower price of 8 gold pieces.
Very good.
It's already on sale.
I think it's pretty fair. You think that's fair, Sawyer? You don't think that's fair.
Make an insight check. What's your passive insight?
I'm there. Mine's 17.
Passive insight, not investigation.
Oh.
Yeah.
How would you do your passive insight?
It's just 10 plus
It's
your
14.
insight modifier. 14. He's stretching the truth.
Yeah.
I whisper loudly. I think he's lying.
Aye. I don't know if he's wrong, but
It looks like shite.
I just look over at him and I'm like, so you won't do 7's what you're saying?
I'll do 7. I see. Takes your gold. Sweet. Anything else?
I'm like, do we need ball bearings?
I've got a bunch of caltrops.
I don't know what that is.
You drop them on the floor, they hurt people's feet. Got a bunch of them. But yeah, we can pick up some more if you want.
Basically, I'm just gonna look around and see if anything like really just sticks out to me, like gadgets.
You can buy out of here just whatever you want at standard prices, reduced by 10%, and just let me know the list of everything that you buy.
I'm gonna get a climber's kit.
You do so.
And a crowbar.
You guys see Sawyer just like walking through the market, like, yeah, I need that. As he buys another thing, as he's like, I need that. As he gets
And I go up to like a
thing.
shopkeeper and I'm like, what things here do I need? I'm gonna go out into the wilderness. I'm looking for my sister.
What do you need?
Yeah, what do I need?
I think you need this fine.
As I already have just this 2 giant packs on me.
It's like, I think you need this fine hempen rope, 50 feet of it. This could support you. What if you fall off a cliff on your adventure? What if you, and anything could happen. What if you need to tie something together? What if you and your friends are lost in a
I
cave?
have some hempen rope you can have.
Don't listen to his hempen rope. His hempen rope is trash. My hempen rope
I want to
will
see which
last
one's
you.
better of the 2.
As I'm like,
Sawyer, and I just tap Sawyer on the shoulder and I say, yeah, just look in my sack. I'll show you what I have, and you can get anything different. All right?
I'd like to be following Sawyer around, encouraging him to buy more stuff. like, oh, you need the rope. You definitely need
I'm
the
like,
rope.
that's good, but what if you die?
What if you need the stronger rope? Can't trust his rope.
I buy a lamp.
Buy 2?
I get a magnifying glass.
You buy one. As you spend, you're spending all of your gold. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he spends all of his gold on useless stuff. All right, we're gonna move on ahead a little bit.
Oh, and 2 rations.
If there's anybody selling cloth, could I? Just
Yeah,
like
there would be a tailor in town and
Yeah.
somebody selling like different clothes and things like that. Yeah, as you buy a strip of cloth.
Are there any-
It'll run you just a few copper.
Okay, cool.
If you ever see the scene from Lord of the Rings where they're wandering out and they just have the pack just with food draped all over it,
Yeah.
that's me with just random crap. Just pots and kettles clinging together.
It's like a wind chime made of spoons.
I tell you what, my sneak is not going to be great.
double disadvantage.
All right. So, eventually, the sun begins to set as you guys settle into the tavern. All sorts of different people are settling into the inn for the night. You see a few different interesting figures in the tavern tonight. You see a man. He's holding a lute very closely in the corner of the room. He's dressed in older-looking purple robes, but it looks like there's like some gold trim on some of it, but it's like covered in dust. As he has long hair pulled back, and so he looks kind of rugged. You see a woman that you actually recognize. You're like, I think I've seen you somewhere before.
Somewhere before.
You see, she is a sailor. As she sits at one of the tables with some of her crew, she has a blue long vest. It like goes just over her shoulders and then extends into kind of a coat. She has like a white shirt on, leather pants. As she's standing there, her hair is like tousled up behind. As you think you've seen her before somewhere in your sailing.
Can I?
You see, real fast, you see a man sitting at the bar. He has very nice looking leather clothes all over. He has a fur cloak that's tied around his neck that goes down his back. He has bright orange hair that's tied up behind him and a huge crossbow sitting on his back. You see a sigil on his shoulder. He is from Togartha.
So I'll recognize the sigil, I assume, right?
Yes, you also recognize the sigil as being from a Togarthan family.
Gotcha.
From the McTavish clan.
Got it.
Can I do a perception check on the sailor? Or should I do insight?
I just described her. What do you want to figure out?
Like, I'm trying to figure out how I know her.
How you know her? Make a history check.
Okay.
History. She's gonna roll for history.
Oh, it's 2.
You don't know who she is.
Okay.
But she's a sailor and looks like a good one at that.
I'm just gonna sort of like observe her for a while.
Okay.
So the guy with the was a loot.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna try to just like tell by looking at him like if he looks wealthy or not. Yeah, I noticed the gold trim, so I take a harder look.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
You're good. No, you're good.
My dice, my
3.
No.
We are rolling garbage.
You have no idea.
I'm testing
So
my dice.
I go up and I talk to him.
What is this?
As he's just sitting there tuning his lute as he looks up at you and he's like, hello.
Hello. So I've been in this town. I travel through here often, but I don't think I've met you before.
I'm only here on some of the Friday nights specifically for this event. Dear friends with Ambrose.
Oh, okay.
My name is Royden.
Royden.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Vario.
Please excuse me though, I am performing tonight. I'm gonna go over my things a little bit. It's nice to meet you, Vario.
Good to meet you.
As he goes back to tuning his lute.
I'd like to hand Sylvie my very large pouch and walk up to the sailor woman.
You just hand her your
Like,
pouch.
here, you hold this for a minute just in case
What do
things
you want
get
me to
hairy.
do with it?
Just hold it.
Okay.
Or you can put it down, you're very small.
Okay. Yeah. How big is it? How big is this bag?
A bit like the size of your torso.
There's an enormous egg in there.
As you peek in the pouch as there's this giant egg. It looks like there's weird markings and engravings all across the egg. It looks like red in the middle with this weird like black coloring coming over the top.
Don't look at that too closely. It'll give you
Okay,
nightmares.
I'll hold it for you, I promise.
Great, thank you.
And I'm just gonna stay there the entire time holding this thing.
It just doesn't move.
I just don't move.
I want to go up to the woman saying.
Cool. You go up to the sailors. She's sitting there. She's the captain, obviously, and there's some of her other crewmates. They're just laughing and drinking and having a good time. She's kind of sitting back though.
Hello, hi. Do I know you? You look really familiar.
Do I know you?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Why are you talking to me?
Well, to see if I know you. I thought
Well,
we'd been over
clearly
that.
you don't then. If you don't have a reason to talk to me.
What's your name? Is this, are you the...
You haven't heard of me. The name's Captain Shitburn, if you remember.
Shitburn?
Yeah. Vala Shitburn. You've heard this name. Vala Shitburn is a notorious pirate hunter.
Oh, you're right, we haven't met. You are totally right. Nice meeting you, and I go to walk away.
She looks like she's eyeing you. As she just sits back and keeps drinking. You notice she's like looking at you curiously throughout the night.
I sort of like really loudly. I'm like, boy, do I love being a gardener. And I
You say as you're wearing fishnet leggings, as you are clearly like a water person.
Oh, just seeds. I love them. They're great. Come on, Sylvie, let's go. Okay.
As I'm
Still carrying your bag. Still carrying the egg.
I'm just waddling with it.
Amazing.
Is there anyone next to the man up at the bar?
He's sitting completely alone.
Anyone on the other side of him?
Nope.
That spicy
All right,
chicken.
I'd like to.
And he's just like holding his drink tightly, just kind of glaring around.
I'd like to kind of go right up to him where my arm is kind of brushed up against his arm.
He smells you before you get there.
I'm sure he does. And as I kind of lean on the bar and like, is the Ambrose there?
Ambrose is bartending, yeah.
I have another one that's Sidarian. Whatever.
You mean... I understand what you mean. Sinnigan Stout.
Do you not remember?
I was actually thinking we were saying it. I was like, what's it again? As he brings you Sinnigan Stout.
Do I recognize him?
You don't recognize him specifically. You just know he's from
Oh,
Together.
yeah, for sure.
She's like glaring around. He looks like really sharp and like mean.
Your colors and your tattoo seem kind of far away from home.
He looks over at you. It's great to meet you, lad. How are you?
As with one hand on the drink and another that goes to grasp the back of his neck. I just kind of slam it. It is such a pleasure to meet you as I slam his face down the bar.
What?
We don't really see this though. Don't like.
Is that an attack?
That sounds like that would be an attack.
Make an attack roll.
What? The first attack roll.
The first attack roll.
This is an unarmed strike, right?
Natural 20. Yeah. And he's dead.
Critical. I smash his face in.
Dude, what is up?
Oh, no.
9. As you try to slam something on the table, he just resists and he grabs your arm and he's like, I was just trying to be friendly. Did I offend you?
Oh, it's just no offense here as I go behind my back to reach for one of my swords.
He looks at you and he just takes a step back and he's like, I didn't mean anything.
I think it's best if you leave this bar right this moment.
Make an intimidation check.
And we're just watching this, yeah?
8.
What is up? That stupid
He just
ring
looks at you and
rolled
he's
in the
like,
beginning.
I think I've bought my place at this bar. I'm here for the open mic night.
Do I see what's going on?
You're watching this, yeah.
I just keep watching.
Hold on, I gotta roll something for myself.
As it looks like his right hand is reaching for a knife.
You just got a nat 20.
As I do reach behind and take a dagger out and go to stab his hand.
You rolled?
I really hope. No, I was rolling for something of my for character.
Make
thing.
an attack roll.
You should just.
11.
Oh my god.
You don't succeed as you're reaching to stab him, he pulls out his knife and parries as he just looks at you, holds the knife up to your throat, and says, I think you should leave.
Wait,
This isn't working out for you.
I would like to rage.
What?
Okay, at this point I step up like, wait, can we talk about this or take it outside? Because I really wanted to watch the open mic night and I wanted to bet on it and make some money.
I think he has a good
I think
point.
that's a beautiful.
Let's put down our weapons, not kill each other.
I think we should
like,
take this outside.
We'll leave the swords and we'll have it out like good men.
I can appreciate that.
I cast Minor Illusion at the middle of the table. Just have another dancing version of him here.
As he just looks at it and ignores it, and you start heading outside.
Oh my.
Okay, so the open mic night is starting.
There's a brawl going on
As
outside.
they go outside, as I'm gonna use the bathroom really fast.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead and roleplay. I'll be right back.
Okay. I point at you. Your name's Booker, right?
Booker.
Oh yeah, I go Booker. Like you, I saw what you did at the market with the weird fella. What?
That's right.
You seem good with money.
I'm pretty good with money. Why? You got some?
So
that feel
I
good?
wanted to make some money tonight.
It's like a good little snack.
I want to find some. Is there a prize for this open mic night? Do you know?
You know, I don't know, but and I just like pull you to the side a little bit. I'm like, where's your moral standing with gaining money?
There is none.
Excellent. I think we have a lot in common then. And then
I tell them, like, so if we can find someone and that everyone thinks will win and convince everyone to bet on them,
that's true.
maybe we can make them lose and make money.
That sounds like a pretty good idea. Are you? I reckon you're going to head that up.
Oh Lord.
I might need some help.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I think I was going to perform myself actually.
Okay. So maybe are you good?
You know what? It incorporates a beautiful poem with a beautiful creature, so I don't know. I wrote it when I was 13.
So
Nice.
no.
Oh. Can I hear a sample?
No,
Okay.
don't want to ruin it.
Gotcha. So So maybe as long as we can bet that I point at the fancy looking bard, or I don't know if he's a bard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can bet that he'll lose.
Right.
It's not a competition.
No, I know, but I'm trying to make it a competition.
Whoever claps the loudest.
Yeah. So I want to try to find people who are willing to bet on who will win.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you
like
walk
asking
around,
them.
some of the townspeople, yeah, you find a few different people who are like, I didn't know this was a competition, but okay.
Who doesn't seem like people generally like think will win?
It's hard to say. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of people here to perform for the open mic night, except for Royden. You see Booker's there, and you also see another lady who's like tuning a flute. So she's like doing the like twisting it and like trying to set it up.
Okay, as soon as someone tells me someone that they want to bet on,
Yeah.
I want to bet 10 gold against that.
Okay. Cool. You do so in total.
I've only tried to bet once.
Just once. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
You
once.
do so. They're like, I'll take you up on that 10 gold. That I think Royden's gonna win.
Which one's Royden?
Royden's the guy in the purple.
The one
Oh,
you
okay.
bet.
Okay. I want to. I want to wait till everyone is looking away from me. Then I want to cast Hex on Royden. Because it makes him have disadvantage on an ability check, or
Perfect.
or his ability, or
Yeah, you can do it on charisma.
would that actually be relevant right now?
Not particularly.
Frick.
You could cast Hex on Booker.
Oh wait, yeah. They have disadvantage on ability.
Choose
checks?
one ability. The target has
The chosen
disadvantage.
So it does not necessarily apply to skill checks then.
Yeah, you can hinder their ability to be charismatic.
Yeah.
That's right here.
Yeah. You choose an ability, and they have disadvantage on ability checks with the chosen ability.
Oh, okay. So that would work.
Yeah. Theoretically.
Okay, for like performance or whatever. Is what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna like wait for my moment to cast it as soon as like no one's looking at me.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Frick.
Oh no.
12?
What's up with these rolls tonight?
Well, 12 has been probably one of the better ones.
You
did that so bad.
You're like trying to cast the spell suspiciously as you're like as you see through the crowd, Royden is tuning, and then he just stops. And looks right at you.
While all this is going on, I'm just like stealthily like casting guidance on myself.
Cool. He starts strumming. As all of a sudden his lute glows ever so slightly as the hex ends.
It ends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Anything else?
It's anyone's game.
No.
So, eventually, the open mic night begins. As first up, you see all sorts of different people, like random townspeople, start getting up and are like, they can't, like they are so terrible at what they're trying to do. The one lady with the flute, she gets up and she's like, it's terrible.
Oh no.
And all sorts of different things until eventually there's an opening and Booker, it feels like the right time.
So I just kind of stroll up. Hello,
As
everyone.
the entire crowd goes silent.
Hello, everyone. My name is Booker, and I have a little thing to read you that I wrote when I first actually went to the Isle of Phaeotia about a beautiful creature that I beheld when I was 13 years old. This is titled Beautiful Creature. Far from the trouble and toil of town, where the reed beds sweep and shiver. Look at a fragment of velvet brown, old man platypus drifting down, drifting along the river. And he plays and he dives and the river bends in a style that is most elusive, with few relations and fewer friends, for old man platypus descends from a family exclusive.
Whoa.
He shares his barrow beneath the bank with his wife and son and daughter. At the roots of the reeds and the grasses rank, the bubbles show where our hero sank to its entrance underground.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy.
Oh no!
And it's just like a yelling crowd.
As you're just kind of like, that's not what you're supposed to do, but...
I'm just sitting on like a bar stool, just kicking my feet, like, yay!
It's okay, it's fine. You probably realize that while you're out there.
The character's a little drunk too.
You probably realize that
They
happens.
both start with T.
They both start with T.
Oh.
There
Well,
was
I
a-
know what happened.
Just so everybody knows, what you just
Did you
texted
mix
me.
up who was
He mixed up the guy that he was that he's now fighting. He now realizes he mixed up.
So
the
I may
names.
have mixed up who I'm fighting,
But that's going on outside.
I mean, that doesn't
They
mean
are.
though, right?
it's very in character.
Yeah.
Very in character.
That's awesome.
As everybody claps, it's amazing. As eventually Royden stands up. He walks up to the stage as everybody goes completely silent. You can feel the anticipation rising in the room as he sits up on a stool on the stage. Suddenly, he strums a chord as all of the lights seem to dim. Is it possible to dim the lights? Is that possible? Can you turn that off, Michael? As Royden strums the chord, all of the lights dim in the tavern. He looks up at you guys and he says, I think most of the people here will remember this tale. You all remember what happened 40 years ago. We will never forget that great tragedy. We are still recovering, and hopefully this song helps us remember. As he starts playing. once was a she called Manannan McLeod, the giant of the sea. His lady, the beauty of Rhiannon, his love she'd always be. But woe be the day we forget the way MacLeod's tears ran rampant. He screamed with all might and fright and all, for death is a wicked bandit. Yo, Manannan MacLeod, your cries were heard by me. Your grief and loss held such a cost, the giant of the sea. Rhiannon knew death on that fateful night, the day of Jubilee. Celebration was taken by waves so high, MacLeod lost in his grief. The surging storm nearly swept us away. If it weren't for old Mathera, she heard our fears and bottled his tears, turning giant into stone. Go home, Manannan, your cries were heard by we. Your grief and loss held such a cost, the giant of the sea. Go home, Manannan MacLeod, your cries were heard by me. Your grief and loss held such a cost, the giant of the sea. As the entire inn is just silent, as you can see, all sorts of people throughout the tavern are weeping as they're remembering this tragedy that struck this town 40 years ago. He just told you the story of Manannan MacLeod, one of the greater she, the giant of the sea, who, when his love, the love of his life, Rhiannon, died 40 years ago, his tears ran so rampant that a hurricane started pummeling into the entire coast of Adira, almost sweeping people away, until his mother, Mathera, turned him to stone and saved everybody. As Royden sets down his lute and walks off the stage.
Sylvie cast thaumaturgy for a booing.
Why are you doing that?
Just cry. Just a crying crowd. Just seeing what's
You
happening.
make the crying louder, or
Or the boo?
Like both. Seeing what happening and also
cast
saying like
thaumaturgy,
she
just,
wants her friend to win.
"Boo! Get off the stage!"
I make it come from like on the other side of the room.
As you do so, make a stealth check.
Oh my god.
Please. Oh, who's this?
This is the most mischievous party.
Just so everybody knows, I think everybody
Wait,
except
what is
Sawyer in the
it?
party is chaotic. I think so. Yeah.
20.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
You sneakily cast the spell as the booing goes, as some of the people are like looking around trying to figure out who it is. Like, how dare you? How dare you?
Man.
I go up to the person I was like, well, you got no claps.
Oh my god.
Although that was a touching story.
I think Royden wins as usual.
I say, hey, no one clapped. I'm gonna need that money. Or we're gonna have to go outside also.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh my gosh. Sylvie just
19.
really wanted her.
19. He's like, oh, okay. As he reaches into his pocket, he like takes out the gold and he's like counting it. He has barely anything. As he
why do you bet that?
He gives you the money, and then he goes back to the table where his wife and kids are sitting.
Oh,
He's trying to get you right
Vario.
They're imaginatory.
I put up my back and like
Yeah.
I love your response to that.
I'm
Is
gonna
if
walk
he
up
didn't
to
have the money, he shouldn't have bet.
And I'm just gonna congratulate him and say that was really touching.
As
really.
Royden is back to his seat, and it looks like nobody's really talking to him. Like he's just like sitting solemnly. As you go up to him, he looks up at you and he's like, "Hello."
I just wanted to tell you that was really touching. I really enjoyed every moment of that. I know it was not an enjoyable subject, but the way you presented it was very profound.
Thank you very much.
The whole time I'm not really paying attention to anything that's going on. I'm just really focused on my spell book and like just kind of poring over it. I cast Minor Illusion on one of the ball bearings that I now have, making it look extra shiny.
Okay.
I want it to make it look like the shiniest thing anyone's ever seen. And I walk up and give it to you.
Is this like pure chrome? He's outside.
Oh, you're so
He's in a bra.
Beating the dude up.
And I'm just kind of sit down and wait for him to come back inside.
Yeah, maybe. We're gonna keep going here as he's like, what's your name, sir?
Well, my name's Booker. It's very, very nice to meet you. It's one very to meet you.
As he shakes your hand, he gives you like a strong handshake. He's like, where are you from?
Reining in from the Isles of Phaeacia. You might have noticed from my poem earlier that you don't get many platypi around here, but
That is very true.
yeah, it's very different tones.
Phaeacia, what brought you all the way to Slumberton?
Well, I'm looking for someone, but I've been here before. It's a very nice little town. I don't think I've ever met you before, though. Are you from around here, or are you just visiting?
I am technically just visiting. I live away. I travel.
Are you part of the Bardic College around here, or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't say that I'm a part of their college. I'm not sure if I would call it a college, but
What would you call it?
I don't want to say anything offensive. But
We'll
yes, I loved your story, your poem that you gave. That was beautiful.
thank you.
Absolutely,
It came from my heart.
I could tell. Well, Booker, if you ever need anything, find me.
I think I might just take you up on that. Do you need anything?
Do I need anything?
It looks like I don't know. Called intuition. I don't know. Seems like you're in need of something.
I'm not sure if it was my rags or that gave that away. I do choose to look this way.
From across the room, Kinsley yells, "Do you perhaps need some oils?"
He looks up.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm like from the bar. Like, are you in need of oils?
as he's just
You look
like,
in need of oils.
Do you know her?
Hey, Booker!
I just met her actually today.
Booker!
So I can't really vouch for her.
Old friend!
Just
Hey!
so you know.
Booker, it's me! It's me! Kinsley!
Just so you know.
Sell him
It's
oils!
mutual, alright? So if you ever need anything, you can come to me too. So,
Do you adventure much?
I actually call myself an adventurer.
What are your plans?
Treasure hunter or...
Treasure hunting?
Yeah.
What are your plans next?
Well, right now I think I'm teaming up with this silly looking kid over here.
And me!
Point at Sawyer.
Still from the bar.
Sounds like someone lost his sister or something, and I actually promised I'd help him, so I think I'm tagging along for a little bit. He seems like a friendly fellow, a little bit unusual, a little bit funny looking, but
Where are you headed?
I don't know. I think you can ask him.
You know you're going to Carthana.
Oh, okay, all right.
You were headed to Carthana. Would you be willing to investigate something for me?
Oh, absolutely.
Somewhere along the road to Carthana, I haven't had the chance to go there in a while. There is a tower on a hilltop near. I'm trying to remember where it is.
Are you not chaotic?
I am.
Actually,
You are.
Can't you tell?
I thought I was someone who's not chaotic.
No, I'm chaotic. I mean, I think even if I wasn't, I am.
I have this old piece of a map here that I marked the location where it's rumored to be somewhere around there. There is a tower. A dear friend of mine went there and never came back. If you would be willing to look at it.
That's where the exits are, I presume. What's your friend's name?
What's his name? That's my fault. He was a business partner. We were only acquaintances.
And he just up and went missing, or do you have any clues or anything to...
We were supposed to meet afterwards. He's gone.
In Slumberton.
Yes.
I'll look into it. It's on the way anyways. Might as well. Happy to help. No longer meet you. And then I just walk over to you. And I'm like, what was that about?
Did you sell him any oils?
Do you not have any
what?
sort of clue about how to sell things? You don't just shout at people.
Well, that works sometimes. Sort of like grouchily look at you like, what's wrong with him? And I yell to the bar, oils! Normish oils! We got them! You need them!
You see a lady, a like middle-aged lady, her ears perk up, and she's like, "Oh, you mean the critical oils?"
Oh, yes I do! And I like
heard
walk
about
over to
those.
her and I'm like, shows in there a little bit.
As you guys just start going on,
Like,
she's like,
oh.
"I totally hear that the lavender oil can do this and this and this.
All that and
It'll
more.
heal anything that you need."
It can make you
Amazing.
fly.
You have gnomish oils with you.
Oh, do I have? Where's Sylvie? Where's my bag?
Let me tell you, are you looking for ambassadors?
You bet we are. Oh, and we actually, I think, ambassadors is a big word. I've been looking for you. What's your name?
My name is Darlene.
Oh.
This one is me.
Oh, Darlene. You know what? I can just tell you are such a shrewd businesswoman. It's all over you.
I have so much.
Yes. So let me explain how this
Would you
works.
like to come to my house for tea sometime soon?
But sometime soon, isn't it lovely? I'll pencil you
As
in.
you guys just start going on about
And I sort of like look back at Booker like,
And I just I give her a shrug like, okay, you should.
as you can now mark Darlene as one of your critical
delightful.
oils
Thank you.
ambassadors.
Wow.
Sylvie?
So I completely forgot that I was holding your thing. So I'm waddling with this giant bag in my hand.
You still have the
I
bag?
still have the bag. I forgot about it. But I walk up to Royden.
Royden.
And I like set the bag down and I like look at him, like looking right up at him, and I like. I know there was a lot of people who booed at your song, but I really like it.
You're very sweet.
And then I take out my hand.
So he looks at it and he goes, as he holds in his hand, he like reaches over to his lute and plucks one of the strings, as all of a sudden a little like chocolate bear appears in his hand as he holds it out to you.
Well, that's not what I was going for, but I'll take it. Thank you. I learned this handshake earlier where people like kiss the hand of like somebody they admire, I think. I'm trying to do that, but
Please lick it.
Make a persuasion check.
no, like that's actually what I was like trying to do.
Yeah, make a persuasion check, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
16.
16, as he like gingerly holds his hand out.
And I just like in a very cute childlike way go, mwah.
So he gives his hand and he's like, "Thank you, madam."
Thank you for the chocolate bear, and then I turn around and walk away.
Wonderful.
What time
Wait,
is it?
I can't. I have
It's like
egg in my
late
hand.
It's starting to
Well,
get
it's
late
in
in the
a
night.
It's starting to get late in the night. I like run
it's
up
a satchel.
to each person individually, except for Aiden, and I'm like, we must go to sleep.
You have to leave right at sunrise.
If we have to leave at sunrise. I'll wake you.
Remember, you guys are going to be trying to travel as fast as you can. It's a 50-mile journey to Carthana from here. It'll take you about 7 days.
7 days, suckers.
I'm glad I bought a tent and a bedroll and some blankets
And a magnifying glass.
and some chef's tools and a fishing pole.
Okay, Samwise Gamgee.
I'm gonna walk back over to him and just be like, how's the pack suiting you?
It's a little heavy.
Yeah. Have you given any more thought to any of those vital oils I showed you earlier?
I pull out my little pouch that has money in it, and I just turn it over, and 2 gold coins drop to the ground. That's it.
Sounds good to me.
I wasn't offering.
I look across from it, but I go.
Oh my gosh.
Some friendly rivalry.
I was simply stating that's all I have left.
All right, well.
I'm Irish now, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it'll help. Maybe not as much as he put on, but which I'm pointing out the doorway, evidently.
As you guys see, Aiden comes walking back in, rolling up his sleeves, bloody and bruised, and your eye is like kind of swollen. As you like just barely won the fight.
Did I?
You didn't kill him. He's unconscious in the street.
Oh my god.
I come up to him and I hand him the ball bearing. I saw you try to get this at the magic shop, and I...
So I'm like holding it up. It's a shot.
I didn't fall in your eye. You have
One good eye.
One good eye.
How did you Sorry. As I spit out a tooth.
I run over and I grab the tooth. And then I run away.
I go up to him and I'm like, you look hurt really badly. Do you need help?
What a scratch.
Really big scratch.
He's been worse. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that is true. He has seen me worse.
Okay.
I like to go to the bartender and it's like, I'm assuming just blood's kind of still dripping down my face. I'd like to have one more of that Celtic liquor.
He nods and he goes, just so you know, I'm running pretty low on my stuff.
This is the last one I'm needing. Have you seen me?
Absolutely. As he goes in the back room and brings you back.
As I take it, and where's my room?
He like motions to all of you guys as he gives you all keys. He's like, I'm afraid I've only got so much room, so I've only got three rooms for you all to share. I've got one for the girls, and I've got 2 for the boys.
That'll be fine. You can. I mean, if it's all right with you, I'll take the tub and you can take the bed.
The tub. Why do you want the tub?
You don't want it?
No.
Well, great. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
I look at Booker.
But they did want the answer.
I did want the answer.
Oh, I don't know if people know, but like she has like blue skin, like a little bit scaly. She has like floaty, like blue,
I'm
dark
also
green
always
hair.
dripping a puddle of water.
Yeah, she's very moist all
If I
the
stand
time.
in one place too long.
Like big, sunken yellow
And
eyes.
she has sea creatures in her hair.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I actually take my bag back from you and I give you a little crab.
I look at Booker.
That's it.
I look at Booker and I'm like, I have my own bedroll,
Wait,
so you can take the bed.
Or the
thank you. I really
Or the
appreciate
tub.
that. I don't think I'm going to take the tub. But,
Crazy.
thank you very much. It's very generous of you. I'll
Amazing.
pop a squat here for the night in this bungalow.
Is there
Sweet.
like a tub in each room, or is it like a
There's like a
communal
wash.
tub?
There's like a just
a
like a wash
washroom.
tub, like in
each room?
they're bigger, nicer rooms.
Okay.
Sleeping like upright.
Just a
Like
little
curled up in a
silver
ball.
dish, you know, just sitting in
It's a
there.
bowl. Just have my hand in it.
You got one cheek inside.
I go to my room and I place all of the new things that I just acquired, everything I own in life, and I take some time to put a little silver wire all the way around it and hang a bell from the silver wire, and I cast alarm on it. I kind of pat it and go like lay out my bedroll and go to sleep with my head like right next to it.
Vario, I'll take the ground. This is comfier than most places I've stayed, so the ground will be fine for me.
Sounds perfect. I just crawl into the bed with like everything still on me, and I just like.
You still got this.
So, I'm a little bit touched that he gave me the bed. So, just as he falls asleep, I'm gonna just take one of my critical oils and just put it on his chest. under his hand as he's sleeping. So.
I wake up midnight and put on too much of it.
Wonderful. As you guys go to sleep for the night. So tomorrow, you guys are traveling to Carthana. All right, so in just a second, we are about to take a quick 15-minute break. The stream is not over. The session is not over. We're going to be playing until 10 p.m. tonight, but we will be back in 15 minutes. We're going to get some snacks, get some drinks, use the bathroom, all that kind of stuff. Stay tuned for the journey to Carthan. See you guys in a bit.
Yay!
welcome back to, what do we call it? Grandeur Adventure. Welcome back to the first episode of...
Welcome back to Fickle Schmoll.
Grandeur Adventure, where a bunch of us dorky friends play Dungeons & Dragons.
We're a bunch of us.
A bunch of us. We play Dungeons & Dragons, and that's what we're doing right now, and we're having a lot of fun. So, you guys all went to sleep in the tavern. Last night, a couple of things happened. Booker, you see a faint green glow coming from your book. Do you want me to say what it says out loud, or do you want me to text it to you?
You can say it out loud.
You open the book and you can see it's like writing inside the book as it says, "Follow Sawyer. On your journey, you will come to a sewer system. Follow the lights and you will find the Luckbringer's ransom. Find it and it will lead you to Pepper."
Okay.
Just let me know when you're
Right. Got it.
good. Cool. Sawyer.
Yeah.
You awake to salt water splashing your face. Half of you is submerged in ice-cold water. The other half is strewn across what looks like a piece of a ship. You bob in the waves in time with the whipping winds. Just above the wind, you hear the muffled cries of your sister. "Sawyer, help me! I can't swim!" Yeah, it's you.
Am I simply observing?
"Sawyer, help me! I can't swim!"
Seriously!
Make a perception check. As you look around. You're just like barely, the waves are hitting you as you're holding on to this piece of a ship. 19. You look as you see after a wave goes down. She's struggling to keep her head above the water. Like her head goes down and then she like kind of comes up and then she's splashing.
Oh, I'm coming! I jump in the water and start
Make
swimming.
an athletics check.
Natural 19. 17 or 18.
You're swimming hard and fast, desperately trying to get to your sister in time. But just before you reach her, she's suddenly sucked underwater, and then silence.
I dive.
You awake in your bed, covered in sweat.
I scream out, Saoirse!
I was just about to say, actually, Saoirse and Booker, you awake to, he was shouting in his sleep. Booker wakes you next to him, and you hear him shouting in the room.
other room.
Sawyer, are you alright?
I saw her!
Who just, your sister?
I saw my sister.
I get up from bed and I start banging on the wall that I know is connected to ours, going, "You okay?"
Everything's fine. Go back to bed.
It's just a dream.
It felt so real.
Was it what you saw before, or was it new?
It was new this time. This time I was in some sort of a ship and she was off floating away in the waves. I jumped out and was swimming after her as fast as I could and then she got sucked under the water and I woke up.
We'll find her.
I walk out of our room and is your guys' door locked or unlocked? Would there be a
It's
lock?
unlocked.
I go in, I say, "Sorry, when you said something back through the wall, it was really muffled so I didn't hear it, but are you okay?"
I'm fine. It was just a bad dream.
Okay. And then I just go back to my room.
As you look at Sylvie, she reminds you of your sister.
I just give her a hug.
Oh. And then just oh so lovingly return the hug.
When I was in the bar earlier, did I see her kiss the guy's hand? Did I observe that interaction at all?
I would say probably not. Describe she's really short. And
Really short.
Okay. Yeah. So I hug you.
Cool.
I'm like, head back to bed.
You guys go back.
We have a lot of ground to cover tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you need anything, Sawyer?
Could I climb in bed with you?
Aww.
That was cute. He's a teenager.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can do that. I scoot over and
I climb in as the little spoon.
You're 17. I don't know.
It's his character. It's his character. It's fine. Wonderful. As you guys go back to sleep, you awake to a foggy day in Slumberton. As you wake up, and some of you head out onto the streets as the town is slowly starting to wake up. It's already a sleepy town. I mean, it's called Slumberton. Like, it's, yeah. One thing I actually forgot to mention, a notable feature of Slumberton is that there's actually, it looks like an old castle up on the cliffside to the north, kind of like casting a shadow over the city. If you guys ask around, it was known as Caer Dracadoir, which once was the palace before what happened, is what people say. As you guys gather your things, there's also actually a statue of a woman in the center of the town. It looks like she's holding up her hand like that, her robes billow out behind her. Yeah, as you guys are getting ready to head
Do I
out.
notice anything odd about the statue? Or anything?
Anything odd? No, there is a plaque though. It says, where is it? It just says Elaine, Alainn.
Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
Text me.
Yeah.
Secrets.
Secrets are no fun.
Do we need texting or messenger?
Either. I have my phone.
Okay.
No,
You
a
have
little
it, okay.
differently.
You weren't using text for a second, so.
Yeah. While she's doing that, does anybody want to do anything before we leave?
I'd like to go to the statue and just see if there are any bugs around it. And if there are, to collect.
Yeah, there's a couple ladybugs.
Are there any less cute bugs?
If you dig a little in the dirt, there's probably a worm.
I'm gonna dig a little in the dirt.
You dig a little in the dirt and there's some worms.
And I pick them up and I put them in my hand and I go and there's a little teapot and I put some worms in a teapot and I go
You put your worms in your teapot and you keep
and then I
going.
just pat it and I walk back to the group.
Do I see that?
Yeah.
So what's up with the teapot?
That's my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend is the teapot?
No, my boyfriend's in the teapot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my boyfriend's in the teapot. Forgot my accent.
You said a tiny little boyfriend there, huh?
Don't talk about him like that.
Like what?
He's tiny.
Isn't
Not
he?
big character, okay? Audacity. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Are we around for this?
You guys are all kind of milling about. You would see them interacting.
Do I hear it at all or no?
Probably. You have a high perception.
I look at you and I'm like, is it normal?
I just met her yesterday. She's been unusual ever since I met her.
Make a perception check.
Perception. Okay.
So I'd say it's normal for her.
I would say my girlfriend also has a big character,
7.
big personality, so I get it.
Since when have you had a girlfriend?
What was that?
Since when have you had a girlfriend?
Oh, so you're a liar. So you're lying to me now. Okay, that's great. We're off to a wonderful start. Let's get going. I'm tired of waiting around.
I don't talk about her much, okay?
All right. Let's proceed.
Let's keep going.
Let's move on.
Just start trekking.
Wonderful. As you guys pack up your things, get ready, and head out. You guys leave Slumberton, headed up through the valley. This region, so you guys would know that the region that you are in is called Canalta. This region is characterized by its foggy valleys, and I forgot what Danielle was doing. Hold on 1 second. They haven't left yet. They haven't left. Reel back. They haven't left Slumberton. Danielle, 17 on your perception check as you are looking around. Actually, as you look around, you don't find any of the people that you were looking for. It's a very sleepy town. Not much goes on here.
Okay.
Now we leave. As we are leaving, this region is characterized by its foggy valleys and hills and lush forests. It's a really verdant region. Yeah. You guys head out and begin very quickly after the valley that Slumberton nests into. You head into a forest. The trail, as it starts as kind of a road when it's near Slumberton, it quickly dwindles into like a 2-track. Like it's like just a trail. As you guys continue traveling. Eventually, what are all of your passive perceptions? And you're just kind of traveling in a group. Is anybody like in the front or who's in the back?
I've got 13 passes.
I could be in the front just skipping.
Is that just
Cool.
10 plus our perception?
I have 11.
I have 15.
It's plus your
10 plus your perception, yeah. 15, 11, 12. You have like...
It's not even worth
It's
mentioning.
not even worth 12, 15, and...
13.
13. Was yours 14 or 12?
12.
12. You, as you guys are walking, you hear movement about 300 feet ahead. To the right of the trail, you hear movement in the brush. Like something big is moving.
Yeah, I'd like to see what it is. I don't know how to do that.
Make a perception check.
Okay. I don't know how to do that. Help me.
You can only hear it at this point.
Okay.
You can
24.
Wow.
24.
Wow.
You
Holy
look peering as you see a large bear. You can like kind of make it out through the brush as it's headed towards the trail.
Okay. Wait. Okay, everybody just hold tight for a second. Can I cast Speak with Animals?
Yeah, absolutely. As you weave the spell components as you cast Speak with Animals, as eventually you guys see this huge grizzly bear walks onto the trail. As you cast Speak with Animals.
Lucky, that's a big one.
Now that we can talk to him.
You can talk to him. I don't think anybody can.
Yeah, just you.
So, we mean you no harm. We're just passing through this way.
What? As it looks up at you and its ears perk up. It's like, what up? Who are you?
Oh, I'm Kinsley. We'd like to just go through this way if that's all right. Not gonna cause us any trouble. We won't cause you any trouble.
I don't know. You seem kind of sketchy.
Any more fishy would be a more appropriate.
That is appropriate. You look kind of. Are you tasty?
No.
You might be.
I'm very salty. Tastes like an anchovy left out in the sun. You don't want that. Anyway.
Perhaps I should feed you to my cubs.
Perhaps you shouldn't. What if I?
Is she speaking out loud?
Yeah.
I'm just I grab your arm and I'm just staring at her like so fucking perplexed.
I reach for my morning star behind me, and I slowly just like put it to my side.
Is there anything interesting about?
The bear's like, well, I won't eat you if you don't attack my babies.
Well, I think we can come to an arrangement.
I love my babies.
I'm sure you do.
I would do anything
I'm
for
sure.
my babies.
Do you need some oils? You know what would help children grow?
What is oil?
What is oil? It's not water. I know that. And it smells really good. It might help you catch some food.
I'm gonna keep going about my.
Okay. Well, if you ever do want some oils, you just let me know.
I whispered to Aiden, like, have you ever tried bear meat before?
To which I whip around and I'm like, don't even think about it. Can I tell the group, he's just gonna let us pass. No one touch him or his babies.
Right as you say nobody touch him, I put my hand down.
Yeah. The bear is still a distance away from you guys. It's not like right up.
He's not
I was gonna go run up to it.
Not a black bear.
Sylvie, look at me. Don't touch the bear.
Can you ask him if I can pet him? Please.
What? Sure. We've got nothing going on today. Sir.
We got nothing going on today.
Sir, my little friend here, she's sort of like our bear cub at the moment. Could she perhaps pet you?
I'm not sure if you're trustworthy.
Make a. Would that be persuasion or animal handling? Do you
Maybe
know?
animal handling.
Yeah.
I think it's your
I
call.
think it would technically be because persuasion because you're actually speaking to her, whereas animal handling is more that your choice of animal handling or persuasion.
I'm gonna do animal handling.
Cool.
Let's see. Oh no. It's a 6.
Oh no.
So there's like, and it just starts walking.
Thanks anyway. Sylvie, don't touch him. Don't touch him.
Okay.
I know you want to. We'll find a smaller animal
I'm
for
gonna
you
just
to touch.
kind of like look down and like just kind of kick my foot a little bit.
It's alright. It's alright. Onward.
As you guys continue through the forest. You guys venture through the forest for the entire first day. You make it about 8 miles this day, as then eventually you set up your camp. You guys set up camp. Is anybody going to keep watch? What do you guys want to do in camp?
I call over a few of everyone, including Sawyer. And I think we should make a little pit stop right about here on our way.
Where's
I made a pledge, so to speak, with the musician back there, that we would investigate a little something for him. I think it could work to all of our benefit if we did.
How long have you known the musician?
I just met him, but he looks very
so
trustworthy.
Okay. Well, that's all right.
How far is it out of the way?
He wasn't a very good musician, though, was he?
I just kind of ignore it. It seems to be right on course.
It's not going to take too much time out of our way.
I think I have a little intuition. I think this will be to our benefit.
Do I trust him?
Yeah, it's up to you.
I don't roll for it.
Could do an insight.
You can insight him.
8.
Trust him. He's really trustworthy.
Okay. Since I slept in bed with him last night.
Yeah, you guys spooned. They spooned.
Since I was the little spoon, I have much trust.
That's fair.
Little Sylvie's learning
Well,
things.
you guys continue on. Is anybody? So it's nighttime. Are you guys gonna? Is anybody keep watch or anything like that?
I take out a little silver string and I wrap it around where everyone's sleeping. And I hang a little bell on the string. And then I pat it.
You cast alarm, right? You're casting alarm? Or are you? Okay, cool.
I don't really know what he's doing, but I watch.
I can also watch. I would love to watch.
Yeah, you guys are just watching him string.
Just watch for the night.
Yeah.
I was really confused for a second.
I just want to look at it.
As you guys,
I just want to watch.
You guys take watches.
Bell.
Bell. Yeah. You guys sleep soundly through the night, and neither of you guys really hear anything. Your bell doesn't go off, and then you guys wake up in the morning. You then continue on. Eventually, you guys breach through the forest as you now come to a verdant, fields and hills that kind of between this forest. You can see, way on the horizon, there's another forest that'll continue on. You guys can see, as you guys are heading west, there is a river that stretches through, and you can see there are a little bit of mountains to the southwest from where you guys are. You continue on. Eventually, about 200 feet from the road, it looks like there's a beautiful tall circle of standing stones. And it looks like you can see there's some runes carved in them off the path. Do you want to continue on, or? There's a circle of standing stones off the trail.
Off the trail? How? You said 200
About 200 feet.
Do we know what the significance of them are? Or?
I'll make a history check. Or religion.
Can I like from my studies like?
Yeah, history or religion.
While he's doing that, I'm like looking up and down the stones in the entire like kind of scene to try and see like what details I can pick up from.
Like if any that like what historically what could have happened here.
No, not historically. Like currently, like kind of investigating like every part of it.
Make an investigation check, please.
22.
22. And what'd you get?
19.
19. Both of you. You would note that these standing stones would have been left here by it could have either been druids or like different groups in the past. Often she would leave behind these kind of standing stones, particularly. There's one thing. You guys would know that she would set these here in wood woads, like to gather here, which is a certain type of she. You guys would know that they're these like little wood guys. Yeah.
And I just yell, scenery! And I run to the statues.
Just frolicking through the fields. The hills are alive.
Yeah. Just little girl skipping.
As you skip right to the standing stones.
How far are they off the path from where we are?
Like 200 feet.
We need music, I think.
200 feet?
Yeah. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh, 200 feet? That's, wow, that's far.
That's not that far.
That's not that far.
That's not that far. That's like here across the street. That's not far.
Alright.
You are your character.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up! Oh, you're right, it's not that far.
As you go skipping through the field right into the standing stones, it feels like they hold a lot of history. As it's even like with you being a spellcaster, you can feel this like innate deep magic around the standing stones. You walk right up to them. What do you do? They're it's like about a 10-foot diameter between the stones. Like it'd be like from here to that couch over there, like between the perimeter. It's not a huge like circle of standing stones, but.
I just kind of look at them all, not really knowing what to do, as this is all just like super new to me, and I'm just like, hello? Is anybody there? I'm just gonna go up to one of the statues and touch it.
One of the stones, and you touch it from behind.
I assume I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah. You walk in the circle, and immediately, as soon as you walk in the circle,
disappear.
No.
Oh my god.
You walk in the circle and it's complete stillness. There was a breeze outside of the circle, but as soon as you walked in, it's just still air. There's no wind blowing anymore.
Well.
Well.
Just. Do I see anything in the circle? Is it just me?
It's just you in the circle.
And I can see outside of the circle. Mm-hmm. I step outside of the circle. I step back into the circle. Let me just check one more time. I step outside of the circle.
Oh, we're watching her. They're like.
She's just like hop in.
I want to cast detect magic.
Okay. Are you gonna ritual cast it?
Yeah.
Cool. You cast detect magic as you can now see the magic. You can see there's alteration magic. Is that I always say the schools of Skyrim instead of the schools of D&D all the time. Alteration in Skyrim. Yeah. Alteration magic all around like in a bubble around the standing stones.
Okay.
That's the only magic you detect.
Okay. I still want to go up and I want to touch one of the stones and see if it does anything.
You touch the stone and you feel like a warm comfort in your heart.
That's kind of. I want to look around and see like there's any she that come about.
Make a perception check.
Okay. What is that stat? Okay. 12.
12. You look around, you don't see any like coming from the hills. So for those of you who don't know, this race, she are kind of like elves and fairies and like boggles and trolls and all those sorts of types of things are she. There's an evil version, like the twisted version of she. When a she loses its innocence, it becomes what's known as a scath she, which is like the dark evil version. Like it would be like angels versus demons. So you look around. You notice as you're pressing your hand against this, a little sprout starts to grow in the center of the standing stones.
I'm gonna, kind of recognizing what it is, I'm gonna go up to it. It just kind of like on my belly, just like look at it and then like try and start talking to it. Like,
You
hello.
start speaking as it grows and grows until it's about this tall as little eyes open as two branches slowly grow out.
Groot!
And he looks like he's kind of like dancing.
It's a Pokemon.
What are you doing?
I just was born. He's speaking in Fae, the she language. Do you speak? Yeah. As he's like, I was just born.
That's so cool. Do you want to play?
Yeah, I could play. As he actually looks like he's continuing to grow.
And then I'm gonna pull out my little stuffed deer that I made and just kind of like start playing with the little guy. And
As he's like bobbing along and he like is playing with you. As you guys see, Sylvie's just like playing with this little sprout that continues to grow. Eventually, it gets to be about 2 feet tall.
Oh, so that's like okay.
Yeah. As he's still just like bobbing in the
I
wind.
start like meandering towards this, seeing that there's
me
an
too.
actual plant just growing.
And as you hear the wind and the birds like normal, as soon as you walk in,
Well, it's unusual.
What's your name?
like, I don't have a name yet. What should I be called?
Ooh. Are you a boy or a girl?
I'm a boy.
How about Peter?
Okay. Peter Sprout.
Fur.
As he continues to grow, as he's now about the same height as you. And his trunk starts to expand as well.
How are you doing that?
Like, it's you.
It's me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You who are pure of heart. As he continues to grow up to 4 feet.
Can I walk over too?
Well, now you're taller than me.
As there's wind, as you walk in. As you walk in and he's like, who's that?
Oh no!
And I'm like,
As he stops dancing.
Sylvie, you've made a friend. Who's this?
His name's Peter.
Hello, Peter.
Hi.
Is everything all right?
No. Is everything all right with you? As his roots stretch out as a branch starts to grow towards you.
I see this and I prepare a spell just in case.
Okay, cool. You're ready in action.
I sort of like
Eldritch
don't
Blast.
move. I'm like, I'm fine. Thank
As
you
it
for
keeps
asking.
growing towards you. As he puts a little leaf hand right on your heart and he says, you're in pain. Are you okay?
I cast Druidcraft.
What happens?
Is he like a flower?
He's a tree at this point. He's a little like 4.5 foot tall tree.
Anything I
Make
can
him
do.
grow flowers.
I think you need to learn how to forgive.
I walk out of the circle.
As you walk out, he continues to dance and keeps growing.
At this point, seeing that, I want to walk into the circle.
I'm like standing outside the circle in a huff. I'm like, you're nasty. That flower.
I walk over to her and I'm like, did you fail to sell him something?
No, I didn't try to sell a weed and oil. Thank you.
But you did try to steal a bear.
So no matter. They're different. I could talk to the bear.
As Aiden, as you walk inside the circle.
I'm still playing and I'm still dancing with my
different Peter.
How like big of a tree is he now?
At this point, he's like 5 feet tall. He's continually growing.
Like in terms of width.
And in terms of width, he's about a foot. What?
I just want to kind of like hold him.
So you reach your hands up and you just
like not very, very, very gingerly.
Yeah, he's just like dancing and he's just looking at you. He hasn't stopped dancing, but his growing seems to have slowed down. As he looks at you and he's just like, "Hi, what's your name?"
Aiden.
You're lost. When are you gonna go home?
I mean, I'm not lost. I know where I'm going. We're going to... somewhere.
Have you heard the story of the son who left home and he gambled away all of his money until he was eating with the pigs? Well, eventually, he was tired of eating pig food and he went home. But he was really scared that his dad would be afraid of him. But his dad ran up to him with a ring and a robe and loved him anyways. And I think that's the journey you're on, my friend.
So it really... Goodbye. So I walk out of the circle.
He just keeps dancing and he's still growing. At this point, he's about 6 feet tall. He's still growing.
Crap! Blimey.
Do you want to go on an adventure with us?
How would I do that? I can't walk.
Oh, he's like stuck in the ground.
Yeah, his roots are still there.
I thought he was.
No, he's.
I think I had because Groot was mentioned. I had Groot in my mind.
I walk in the circle and I go. Sylvie, are you ready to go?
But we just met.
As he's getting taller and taller. As eventually you hear his voice gets deeper.
He's going through puberty.
What's your name?
My name's Vario.
It's nice to meet you, Vario.
Wow.
It's good to meet you, sir, ma'am.
It's Sir.
Sir.
My name's Peter. Peter Sprout.
Wow, I don't think I've ever talked to a tree before.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you've talked to much people in a long time.
There's the occasional amount, you know?
I think eventually you'll learn how to connect as he keeps growing. At this point, he's about 7, 8 feet tall.
I'm gonna just like basically cranking my neck and talk
At this
to
point, I
him.
go into the circle.
You seem to know a lot about these people.
Why did it stop?
Well, I can feel your hearts.
Oh, it's my heart.
What? You have a very pure heart, young man.
I look this creature up and down to try and see if I can discern like anything about him.
Make an investigation check.
24.
24. As you look him up and down, you notice it looks like he's getting older. As this tree is growing and growing and growing at an alarming rate. Its roots are deep in the ground, and he looks really happy. That's all you can tell. There's no for those of you who know, he's making investigation checks because he's kind of like how Sherlock Holmes picks apart people's all the details and all that little kind of stuff. That's what he's using to then piece together information about them instead of normal insight check. For those of you who care about
Science of deduction.
Science of deduction.
Deduction. I look him up and down and I'm like, you're a peculiar thing, aren't you?
I mean, depends on who's judging.
It's me, I'm judging, you're peculiar.
I think you need to stop judging yourself.
I walk away.
Again?
I walk farther away. Sylvie, let's go.
I'm sorry, but I think my friends are ready to go now.
As he's getting taller and taller, as he stretches up to about 12, 13 feet tall, as you can see some of his bark starts to turn gray.
You haven't done me yet.
You can't die now.
He's like, he looks at you and he's like,
Oh.
I think eventually you will learn. You'll remember. You need to learn how to be a kid again. You grew up. As his voice gets deeper and deeper, more groany, as you can hear as he's like swaying side to side, the bark is creaking as you can see some of the leaves in the top start to wither.
And I like kind of push back at him. I'm like, you've grown faster. You seem to have grown faster than I have.
The wind isn't there.
And that's okay.
It's like, just because I'm old doesn't mean I've grown up. Aging does not mean that you lose the spark of a child. You will learn adventure. As he grows taller and taller, his branches just swaying as it's less of a dance and more of a creak as he's tick-tocking back and forth as his bark gets grayer and grayer. Eventually he looks at you, Sylvie, and he says, Sylvie, thank you, dear one. Thank you for your spark. Don't ever lose that. As he starts to wither.
Peter, are you okay?
I think it's time to go to sleep.
But you were just born.
Oh.
As he withers into a pile of ash.
Peter? I just go up to the ground, just kind of like trying to look for him.
You sift through. There's nothing there.
I place my hand on her shoulder.
He was a good friend.
You still have detect magic active, right?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You can see in the ground there's a little seed.
Okay. He'll be back. And I'll just go ahead and walk out of the circle.
I would like to go up to the pile of ash and take two little small pouches and just fill them kind of both with ash.
You fill them both with ash.
For later.
Peter Ash.
Do you guys continue on?
Yeah.
As we're continuing on, I'm just gonna be like not super perceptive while I'm walking. I'm just gonna be reading through a book. It's kind of undiscernible what it is.
You guys continue on your journey. Eventually, the hills start to descend down as the trail leads you down into a little valley. As you go down, there's a thick fog that's kind of hanging over this area. As you guys head down into the valley. Kirsten, you still have the highest passive perception. You can hear up ahead on the trail as you guys start to get deeper and deeper, and you hear, where the fuck did it go? I can't find the thing. I'm gonna kill somebody. Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff?
Oh. I sort of like shush everyone. I'm like, shh. There's something in there.
Is she the only one that hears it?
As you guys start getting closer, and she says like, "There's someone in there." You can make perception checks.
We all make
Ooh, a natural 20.
Natural 20. First natural 20 of the session.
Yay! Because we've had a lot of bad rolls.
We've had a lot of them. Yeah.
I got 10.
10.
So are we all making perception rolls?
Yeah, if you want to.
Oh, well, I dropped it.
He got a 6.
14.
Dirty 20.
14. When everybody got a 13 or higher, you all hear the sounds of, it's like scurrying. You hear a rock like hit into another rock, and you're just, where's my stuff?
From just hearing the voice, like, can I tell, like, who I guess like what kind of like person it would be, or like who? I don't know what I'm asking.
You actually can tell that he's switching in between common and Olk. Olk. Yeah. Olk.
What is Olk?
Olk is the language of the Skathi.
I speak Olk.
Oh, I do too. I didn't write it down as Olk though.
That's what it's called.
Okay.
How do we know if you speak that?
It'll be in like.
It would be in your languages.
Just so you know, for people who play D&D who are watching, this world is really, really different. So there's like a lot of stuff that's just different than normal D&D.
Oh.
How far away is it?
You can hear it several hundred feet down the trail. It's kind of foggy, so you can't see anything, but you can just hear it down deeper into the valley.
Okay.
I just kind of in between where we are and the sound is coming from, I cast minor illusion of a treasure chest of where I think they would be able to see it, like right there, kind of shiny, to try to beckon whatever it is out.
Okay. As you create the minor illusion and like the treasure chest with the gold in it, you hear the voice getting closer. It's like, what is that? What is that? As you hear the slight fluttering of wings. As you can see, this shape about that big around moves through the fog as it comes up to the treasure chest. It's like behind it. It's like it looks like it like reaches up to sift through. As it swipes its hand through and it disappears. It's like,
how are you doing over there?
I just shout at you and it's like, are you trying to mess with me? As you see,
It's a redneck.
What's it called again?
Jordan being the bass over here.
As you see, he has a long, crooked nose, long, spindly fingers, and weird-looking bat wings coming out of him. He has this weird little cloud of dust around him, as you would recognize him as a dust method.
A dust method. Okay. Do I recognize him as something that's very dangerous? Is that a dangerous beast?
A dirt.
Not like super dangerous. Like you guys can take him. Just
okay.
The 6.
I'm just gonna like prepare Firebolt if he does anything that would allude to attacking.
Give me your gold.
I'd like to step in front of him.
How big is this thing?
It's like 2-3 feet tall.
I give him a single copper.
As he all of a sudden he beats his chest as
Oh dear.
as he splits into 2 more dust methods as he attacks. Roll for initiative. Roll for initiative.
With my Firebolt.
First initiative.
Does my Firebolt hit before initiative or no?
Yes, you using your reaction cast Firebolt. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh yeah.
I got 17.
That's good.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, we're good.
I got 18.
I mean,
It's your dexterity modifier.
Oh, okay.
I got 18.
1 second, just everybody roll.
I already.
Just let me know if the music's too loud.
Bummer.
What'd you get?
6.
Where is he? There he is. All right. Anybody get higher than 20? No? 15 to 20?
I got dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I got 17.
17. Beautiful. Anybody else? All right. Booker is first, and then we have Kinsley. 10 to 15?
13.
13. What's your dexterity?
My dex is -1, I think. What +1?
+1. Oops. Enemy's gonna go before you. And then 5 to 10.
I have 10.
You have 10. Okay.
Or the first combat of the game.
So I think it's Vario, and then Aiden.
Yeah.
Why am I not in there?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So this is Sawyer.
Do better.
I can. It has a.
You're
Sylvie
fired.
Is.
Is that a whale?
One what?
Oh, it's a whack. It's a hat.
It's a whack.
All right, Booker, you're first, and use your
That
reaction
wily
first.
whack.
So I'm using a reaction.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Well, the attack roll was an 18.
19 to hit. That hits. Roll for damage. 18.
Nice.
6.
6 points of damage. As you're shooting this fireball out as it whacks into one of the methods, singeing part of its wing as it.
Okay, and I am going to cast Bless on myself and Sawyer and Sylvie. So you guys get a plus a D4 to all of your ability checks, or not, sorry. Basically, all your saving throws and attack rolls.
Yeah.
And everything.
So you did Sawyer and
Plus
Aiden?
what?
Plus a D4 for all saving throws and attack rolls. And then I'm gonna move out of the combat, so just
Cool,
get
just like
away
behind
from-
the group. It's like the group of you, it's a valley, and then the method is in front. The three methods
I'll
are
try
in
to
front
get
of you.
as far as away. Well, I'll still be within firebolt distance of them.
Sweet. Yeah.
I'm gonna use cast ice knife.
No. So you had the ready action to shoot the fireball. Is Bless an action or a bonus action?
Bless is an action.
Is an action. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action or no?
Oh, no.
No. Kinsley.
I'm gonna cast ice knife.
Sweet. At the methods, as the methods are about 10 feet away from the group, you guys, just so you know.
Great.
Cool. Make an attack roll. Which one are you attacking? Sawyer hit the one to your right. Do you want to just hit the middle one so it'll explode into all three of them?
Yeah. 14.
14 to hit. That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Is that a D20?
It's a D10 for the first one, and then it explodes. It's ice knife.
Yeah, ice knife's sick. It just explodes on impact.
Oh, I thought the enemy exploded.
It's a 4.
A 4.
It's a 4.
Points of damage to the middle one, as he takes 4 points of damage, and then it explodes, dealing, I think it's 1d6 to all of them, or is it 2d6?
Well,
all three of
sorry,
them on
it's
ice
a
then?
1d10 actually. So
Did she roll a d10? Or?
no, she rolled a d6.
Oh,
I rolled
yeah,
the
roll a
one Collen
d10.
gave me.
Well, you said 6.
Did I say 6?
Yeah, roll that.
Sorry, reroll.
I hope it's more.
1!
A 1!
Oh!
Worse.
Is that 7?
No, it's 1.
Okay, go ahead and roll for damage for the ice explosion. As she shoots out this blade of ice as it stabs into the middle method, as it explodes in a blast of cold air, as they all
4
take
and 5. Okay.
9 points of damage to all three of them. 2 of them succeeded on their saving
This is
throw,
the
and
whole
one of them
combat
failed.
Nice.
Sweet. The one to the right looks like it's not doing too hot. It's below half health. On to their turn. As the methods... As 2 of them, they go as this disgusting, dusty breath breathes out of them in a cone all around you guys. As I need everybody except Booker evaded out of the way. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh dear.
And then one of them is going to go attack.
You guys get a D4 though.
Oh, we get a 11. Yeah, that's right. Half.
11. You succeed.
Plus a d4.
16. Hold on one second. Kinsley, as they breathe this breath on you, one of them, the one in the middle, snarling, comes up to you and claws at you as you take 6 points of slashing damage.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, you failed. It's 10 is the DC. Just so you guys
Oh, I got 14.
19.
16.
all of you succeeded. You are blinded. Well, everybody make it twice because there's two of them blowing.
Two of them?
There's two of them that are using that ability.
Click your HP.
I only did it once, yes? Oh, as many times?
Yes. All right.
Or yeah, hit points.
You said
Oh,
10.
yeah.
10's the DC.
So then I put
16.
Damage 6.
Unless my concentration's wrong.
Got it. I rolled a 14,
And-
so DC's still 10.
Yeah. Kinsley,
Yeah.
go ahead and re-roll the saving throw. There's a second one who's blowing the
For
dust breath.
Dex.
Dex,
Make a
yeah.
dexterity saving throw. Then, Colin, what was your second saving throw?
2. Or no, 4.
That's fair.
16.
16, you succeed. The two of you are blinded.
Cool.
As
Great.
on to Sawyer.
I am going to point at the first one that I saw, not the illusion of him or the duplicate of him, and cast True Strike.
Okay. That is an action, just so you know.
Yep.
Cool. Is that it for your turn?
That's it.
Cool.
I'm going to use my bonus action or free action to also kind of investigate, just look around the area.
You're in a valley. It's pretty simple. There's rocks on the ground. That's it.
Is there anywhere advantageous for myself to hide?
Not really. It's kind of a bottleneck.
I'm just gonna scoot away from it.
Okay. As you head back, you will provoke attack of opportunity from one of them.
If
the
I
two of them are
do,
stay,
then
stay
I'll
back.
stay.
Okay.
What did I ascertain as towards their defenses?
It just gives you advantage on your first attack roll against the target.
Cool.
Next is Vario.
All right, so being blinded literally means I just can't see, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll just have disadvantage on attack rolls against them.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathes.
Sweet. Agathis.
Or Agathis.
As your Agathes. As you're wreathed in this icy armor all over your body.
Yeah, I do that, and then I walk in the general direction that I do. They were 10 feet.
You're just walking forward. Yeah, you can go up and attack them. You can still hear where they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll just
so
have
I'll-
disadvantage.
Yeah. Well, that was my action casting.
Yeah. Armor.
So I just walk right up to them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next to Kinsley.
Yes.
Cool. On
Who's
to
also
Aiden.
blind.
All right. As
You're
from behind my lower back, I take out my two swords and kind of smash them together as I like to rage.
As you rage, this is first time raging. Woo!
Yeah! Let's go. All right, and as I just like to bum rush the center one.
Sweet. Just so you guys know, his powers are fueled by his anger. He's a barbarian. As you bum rush the center one, go ahead and make an attack roll.
That is a 20 to hit.
20 hits. Roll for damage.
Nice.
And that is going to be 6 slashing.
6 points of slashing damage as you up against him. Sweet. Anything else for you?
That's all I can do.
Awesome. On to Sylvie.
I'm gonna go ahead and just run up to them and go, "Stop hurting my friend!" And I'm gonna cast a poison spray at one of them.
Sweet. They just make a dex save, or is it?
They have to make a Constitution save.
Yeah. The one in the middle. Just the one in the middle.
Yeah, one in the middle.
As he definitely fails.
Okay. So he takes 2d12.
I think it's just 1d12 at level 1.
No, it's 2d12.
Level 1.
I level 1.
Oh.
It should just be 1d12.
So what? 12 that? Yes, 12. One d12.
No, it's 2d12.
No, it's just one.
Are you casting poison spray?
Yeah, poison spray.
Oh, okay.
When I looked at it, it said 2d12.
I thought she was doing 12 then. Never mind.
It's 1d12 until you get to level 5.
Oh, well, I don't know what source I used. They fooled me.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay, that was 9.
Sweet. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, I mean,
Just gonna do it.
I'm just
Are you spitting?
No, I'm not
Okay.
spitting.
Okay.
Why would I spit poison? That's weird.
Weird.
I'm from my hands, I'm just going, ah, like just screaming at them because I'm like, my friend!
as
friend!
it begins to melt away, screeching onto Volker, top of the round.
Alright, I'm gonna just shout at them. You're a gnarly looking bunch, aren't you? And then I'm gonna just start like forming this big fireball in my hands and just cast firebolt on the one who's remaining. Yeah.
There's 2 more.
There's 2 more. Okay.
They're both pretty damaged.
Okay. I'll just go for the one that I was attacking before.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll for damage. Or roll, make an attack roll. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't. Sorry, for healing word, I was going to ask this as my bonus action. Can I heal somebody who
18.
has been blinded?
Yeah, who's been blinded? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to
Healing.
do
Yeah, cast healing word. He gets. Just go ahead and roll in the top.
I got 18.
18.
clear
That's
effects
roll for
too?
damage. Healing word doesn't clear effects.
3 damage.
Okay. Lay on hands is the only clear effects, but it won't.
I was just curious.
Huh?
3.
3 points of damage. Sweet. And then I think. So you technically should have been able to repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. Go ahead and make the saving throw again. Okay. Oh, and you're blinded too.
Yeah.
Did I skip you? No, you're next.
It's Jordan.
I'm not worried.
You're not.
I don't know if you lost any hit points.
Did you lose any hit
He hasn't gotten hit yet.
Okay.
Kinsley got hit.
Oh, okay. So you got 5 hit points back, and you're not blinded anymore?
Oh, that's
No, she's still blinded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't clear effects, it only clears.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Well,
And then what did you remake the saving throw?
I rolled 7.
You're still blinded.
Yes.
Okay. On to Kinsley. Oh wait, you rolled damage. That's it for your turn.
It was 3 damage. I'm just gonna kind of try to do an investigation check to see how well they're doing.
Yeah, it'd be medicine. But make a medicine check.
Oh, I didn't get that. I'm at 6.
Yeah, no. Kinsley.
They're flying, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like to jump onto where I think the nearest one is.
You're blind?
Yeah, like it's a guess.
Okay.
And take my dagger and just sort of like stab it.
Okay, so a second ago one of them was in front of you.
Okay.
But you can hear that she killed it because you're currently blinded from the dust. So you can kind of guess that there's one to your right.
We're just gonna guess. That's
Sweet,
all I
as you're
got.
just going to try to stab it. Make an
gonna-
attack roll at disadvantage.
So you roll twice and take the lesser.
Roll twice, d20.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the lesser.
Okay, gotcha. Oh no! Well, I got a 1 and a 2.
Nice.
So,
Brilliant.
it worked.
So you jump, but you can't see anything. You slip in the mud as you face plant in front of the methods.
Cool.
As now their turn,
Good.
it's gonna make an attack at advantage against you.
Oh, good. Good.
Wait, it rolled a 1 and a 19, but it's advantage. So it does.
They haven't moved, have they?
These two have moved.
Okay, cool.
As you take 5 points of damage.
There it goes again.
And then the other
Just
one's
got
gonna
those
go
back.
to you. You're blinded. It's gonna attack you at advantage because you're blind.
Wait, is it moving though?
Yes.
Because I am.
You are right there. You will
love
probably
to take an
Would
attack
you
of
have been
opportunity.
unconscious?
Yes. I went out.
How much damage did you take?
5. I'm at current HP is 5.
Oh, wonderful.
17 to hit.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
Okay.
Got it.
That is a whopping, holy moly, 9 points of.
How do you want to do this?
Slashing. So
As it's running up to attack you.
They're corporeal, right? So you can like attack him. I want to slice its feet off.
Oh.
You just cut its feet off.
As it's running toward him, yeah.
And then it just falls to the ground, dead. It's dead.
You can't walk no more.
Oh, he felt its
Got him.
Sawyer, it's
feet.
From the ground, I'm like,
Where's the nearest one to me?
good job.
There's just the one in front of her that just attacked her.
In front of her. Being very new to magic, I'm going to run up and cast Thunderwave.
Okay. You just roll for damage. Kinsley, I need I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for Thunderwave.
Okay.
Yeah, Constitution
I think I'm
save.
right next.
You're right next to him too. You're not. You move back. You're close to there as
I would have
well.
been at least 10 feet away, or like within 10 feet of them.
Yeah, but so you hit.
Sorry, guys. Sawyer, this is his first attack spell.
He hits all three of you as he, not knowing what he's doing, just Thunderwave, boom, casts the spell. As how much damage did you do?
10.
10 as the mephit just obliterates as it explodes. As I need you guys to all make your Constitution.
24.
24.
Is it advantage against me because I'm blind or no?
No, it's an explosion. So
Okay.
it's Constitution, right?
So
Well, I got
even
a
if you were
natural 20.
not blinded.
Oh yeah,
I got
you take half damage. Does 15 succeed your DC?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. As you all save, you still take 5 damage though.
You take
Oh.
She's unconscious.
As Kinsley goes unconscious on the ground.
Oh no! What have I done?
As all of the mephits are dead.
I hope to God you're not our healer.
I'm gonna rush over
I hope to God you're not our healer.
to
You.
Kinsley, and I'm going to use my. I'm gonna rush over to Kinsley, and I'm gonna use my healer's kit on her.
Cool. As you you whip it out, make a medicine check to try to stabilize her.
Can I be?
It doesn't use a
Can I be there, like
Why
doing
is-
CPR?
Why are you using that?
Oh, yeah, 100%. As he takes out his bandages and he's
Why
like
can't I have a
bandaging
spell
you
that
up, you
could
have like the
fit her?
cuts from all the methods all over you as you're just like,
Well,
Do I
you
wake
could
up?
also save your health.
you don't wake up. You'll be unconscious for 2 hours.
You could save one of those.
Okay.
It is late in the evening at this point. Are you guys gonna just set up camp here while
mean, we
she's still
have to.
passed out?
But we're about to-
With all the
Guys, I've got the
corpses of our
gear,
enemies.
so
How,
we can set camp.
how exposed
Aiden's
are
ready.
we? Like, are we...
It's actually pretty tight. You're in kind of a bottleneck close valley. There's fog around you. It is right on the trail.
I want to lift her up and move her kind of to outside the trail and
Okay.
say, I really think we should try to move.
Trying to like
away
climb up
from-
the sides of the
Try
hill.
to move to a little bit more secure location.
Because I'm so slippery, I keep like falling out of your arms.
It's like a
I
wet
feel,
fish. She's just like,
I feel incredibly
Oh, you're all
guilty.
slimy.
So I'm gonna be running around looking for
it-
like a nook or like a cave or somewhere safe to.
There's none over here. You guys could get to the top of the hilltop, which would be the safest place in
And I
Revelstory.
would've-
But also, when you passed out, so your hair stopped floating. So there's just a little
Like-
pile of sea creatures on the ground.
I pick them up.
Who's your uncle? David.
Stephen.
Oh, my little friend.
I would've-
like looking at all
I would
of
have
them,
looked
like,
around a little bit
tracking
where they were originally kind of looking for something to kind of figure out what they might have been looking for.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Oh no, 6.
6 as you're kind of sifting around. You're like, that's a cool rock. As you're like,
Would I look too?
You probably would. Yeah. Make an
And I
investigation.
just make a passive comment about my treasure chest. I'm like, I wish that was real.
Are you stabilized?
Yeah, she's chill.
fine.
You're up. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good. I thought you were knocked out.
No, not
No,
she's
just
not.
Just you.
17.
just fish girl.
17. You're searching around, and eventually you find a single coin under the rock.
Ah, you missed this one. I hand you
gold
the coin.
Thank
The
you.
gold coin.
You found it. You can keep it.
So, do you have
No,
a hit point?
you need it more than I do.
Thank you.
Kinsley, are you
Are you
like...
unconscious?
And then I wink and I'm like, thanks for the indispensable oils.
2 hours.
Are you like...
I take out your oils and I like kind of put them on, you know?
blankets and try to pat you?
I feel healthier
I
already.
feel
But I'm creating the moisture.
like my...
As you guys climb up the hillside to make your camp.
I think he used healing.
So where am I now?
So you're stabilized at 1 HP.
Oh, thank God!
Well, I mean, you're not dying.
As night is falling, a slight drizzle starts to creep in. As you've made it to the top of this hilltop, you, just looking around at your surroundings, you see as the valley comes up, there's this hilltop, and then there's another hill over the way, where you can see at the border of what looks like the next forest that you've seen on the map. It looks like a ruined tower right up on the hillside.
Guys, I think we found our destination. My friend, can you ascertain if it looks
inhabited?
I'll just look at it.
It's ruins.
Yeah.
There's no like smoke coming out of the chimney or anything like that.
And I look back at him, but I say something like really smart to say that like it looks like there's no one there.
I just beckon the party to come with me, stealthishly kind of walking towards the tower.
You're passed out because you almost died. So you're here. Is anybody gonna stay with her?
No, I've got her in
Where's
my
gonna
arms.
go?
I've not let her go.
You got her. Are you gonna stay?
She's at 1 hit point.
She's at 1 HP.
She's stabilized, but she's just unconscious.
I'm sneaking, but it's just clank, clank, clank.
With all your stuff. Okay, so the 4 of you are going. Go ahead and make stealth checks.
Am I at disadvantage on that or
You
no?
are at disadvantage.
Is it like freezing up here because of the wind?
No, it's
Okay.
it's like in the summertime. It's,
Okay, cool.
I got a dirty 20.
Ooh, beautiful.
Same.
Got 19.
19.
11.
11. That's better than I thought.
Clink,
As
clink,
you guys are
clink.
headed up to the ruined tower, and you actually notice a raven perched up on top of the tower takes off. Flies away.
I noticed that.
You all, it's very clear, yeah.
Does the raven seem like it sees us?
No, it's just a raven.
I speak out and I'm like, go turn back into the lady.
It flies away.
The late team.
You guys head up to the ruined tower.
Are just they or are we
Just them. You're
Okay,
chilling
yeah.
out at camp.
I'm trying to still pat you full of meat. It's like,
So,
I feel like the longer I'm there, the more creatures just like fall out of my hands.
as we're kind of walking in, I'm just trying to look for any sort of danger that might be around. But
Me as well.
ultimately, I'm looking for the musician's lost business partner.
Sweet. Make a perception check.
Can I use guidance? $14.
14. You look up. There's no signs of life anywhere. But as you guys head up right into the doorway, you hear the faint sounds of dripping. Just like water dripping, like drip. Yeah, not you.
that's her, yeah.
We
Sounds like rain.
It's as you guys come walking up, it's just rubble all around. It looks like there's stairs that lead up to a second floor, and then part of the second floor is caved in. You can see in this room, it's mostly empty. There's like some bits of trash on the ground, a ruined table, some loose papers just kind of in the wind. But you see resting on the mantle, there's like a hanger where a beautiful silver sword hangs. So you hear dripping.
Is Sylvie with us or no? Would you mind casting a detect magic on that thing right there?
I got it!
Oh.
Someone stop him!
As I take out the wrong wand, I cast detect magic.
You cast a touch, nothing happens.
I got it. And then I cast detect magic as I like kind of just squeezing real tight.
As your eyes open, shining gold, as you can now see the magic all around you.
Whoa.
Well, there's not actually. Well, you would be able to see the magic all around you. There's no magic in here. As you're looking around, the sword is not magical.
What a letdown.
But you can tell it is made of silver. It's made of silver.
Okay.
Did your
But, yeah,
father
there's no magic in there.
happen
tell
to teach you mage hand?
What's a mage?
I just pat him on the head a little bit. And then I'm gonna look around for, is there any sticks on the ground or anything?
Yeah, there's like some bits of wood.
Pick up like a stick and just kind of like knock it off the wall, see if anything happens.
You knock it off the wall, it falls to the ground.
I'm gonna look and see like if there's disturbed dirt or scuffs or like any recent signs, like even like little shoe marks in the ground.
Yeah.
The movement of sticks or even water.
Real quick, were you gonna do anything else?
I'm gonna pick it up.
You pick it up. It's an ornate silver sword. Make an investigation check.
That is a 16.
16. As you like sift through the room, like trying to deduct what might have happened here, you see just faintly muddy footsteps that like tracks that lead up to the second floor with a hint of dried blood.
I like.
As you then looking up the stairs, you just barely make out a foot just over the edge of the ruined floor with blood faintly dripping.
I pull out both wands like this, and I go, there's someone upstairs. He walked in the mud. There's blood dripping from his foot. Do you see? And I point out the foot with my not working wand.
Blimey. He looks like he needs help.
Aye, bloke! I am an intense wizard! And I will not hesitate! I see you're bleeding, and you came in a hurry, and I will knock you dead!
I'm gonna go up behind him and tug him on the shirt.
There's no response.
I'm like, why are you yelling?
There's a man up there.
Oh.
Come out now!
I'm gonna cast dancing lights and then like have the lights like illuminate the air that way we can see.
Ah, see, I'm coming for you!
It doesn't move, no response.
The shoe looks limp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's awake, my man. We just start going. Is this up the spiral staircase?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just kind of.
As you guys head up the spiral staircase.
I nudge you like that was scary, wasn't
it? Hearing the yelling, I'm gonna very cautiously, kind of clutching Kinsley, kind of start to peek my head in the doorway.
Cool. You're holding your bodies. You look in. They're headed upstairs.
Okay.
You guys see, laying in the top floor of the tower, a body. Looks like it's stretched out. It looks like there's like a pool of blood around its chest as it looks like he's like fallen over dead here.
Well, now I feel bad for yelling at the man.
You notice a piece of paper partially hanging out of his pocket.
I take it.
You take it.
Oh.
Oh, he's got to read it now again.
Oh.
Do you want me to read it? That's what it's so well last time.
He was writing in desperation.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
I can read it.
You can just barely make out at the top Northeast Crane and Tree. As then it writes, it was horrifying. It was as if a man was inside the tree, yet was completely a part of it. As soon as I came near, I felt it watching me, peering into my essence. I swear, the branches moved as if inviting me closer. I began hearing a heartbeat in the ground. It spoke to me, in my mind. It knew my name. It knew my mother's name. I froze as it began telling me the story of my life. It caught up to the present and began detailing my future, but it was too much. I ran faster than the lettering cuts off. But then
oh, that's all that's in here.
Do you think he was talking about Peter?
No. How can I see? Can we see how like old the body is? Like, has it been there for a while?
it looks fairly recently dead, not super old.
What does Northeast Crane mean to us?
You guys would know where Crane is. Crane, so of the kingdoms of Adira, there's Duralan, which is the big kingdom in more the central eastern region. There's Avani to the south, Faraga, Rodalta, Ardir, and then Crane is this forest kingdom in
Did Peter speak to our
Sorry,
mind?
wait, hold on one second.
Seeing that the body's like it's been fairly recent, I just want to go up to the body and be like, I'm so sorry, and cast Spare the Dying.
You cast Spare the Dying. He's dead.
Now I'm really sorry.
Is there like a good place that I can lay Kinsley down on so she's kind of safe?
Yeah, it's just in the bottom floor of the tower.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of lay her down and kind of make sure she's wrapped up, take the sword and walk upstairs.
Could I see how this person died? Like, do I see like...
Yeah, make a medicine check.
I'm gonna like not ruffle through his clothing, but kind of like look him up and down And yeah, ruffle things close.
17.
17. You like look under his clothes a little bit, like to try to find wounds. It looks like he's been stabbed.
By like a sword or like.
Oh yeah, you got 17.
Yeah.
You investigate the wound closely. It looks like a sword. Stab him.
It doesn't match like the silver sword though.
No, it's not.
Okay. It looks like he got stabbed by a sword. Pretty recent. Means that that person may not be too far.
Can I see how recent?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Anything else of note in the room aside from the body?
1 second.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you investigate the wound and like investigate the blood and the consistency of the blood, he's been dead. He died today.
Do I know how long ago or just
Only a few hours ago.
He's died within the last few hours.
I'd say this is the business partner that Aiden was talking about. It's very unfortunate. I have no idea how he knew he'd be here. I don't know what to do at this point. We don't have any clues. We've got a sword.
Do I find anything searching his person?
As you sift through everything, you don't. It looks like he's been looted.
Someone else has been here. They've looted the bounty.
And there's still no magic.
No magic.
Is there really anything else of note in the room aside from the body?
Not really.
There are no other rooms kind of adjacent.
It's just like a simple circle room tower. It goes over a watchtower.
Is he wearing any sort of sigils or anything identifiable on his robes or person?
No, he's just wearing simple traveler's clothes.
Does the sword have anything identifiable on
It looks fairly ornate. Make a history check.
Huh.
1.
You know nothing.
I pull out my magnifying glass and I start looking to see if I can see where the person who looted him came from and went.
Make an investigation check.
26, baby.
Oh my
God.
You look around so carefully, but you don't find any other footsteps.
This is alarming.
Please don't make a pun.
Whoever searched this man had no feet. They left not a trace. But I can tell that he's been ruffled.
Are you saying he was murdered by ghosts?
Possibly. I don't know much about the land, but there are trees that grow in 2 hours.
That's very true.
Seeing that Aiden is really puzzled by this sword that he's looking at, I'm just watching the gears just turn.
What gears?
Exactly. I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm just like, here, maybe we can figure this out together. And I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can recognize like where this could
check.
Pull the sword.
Ooh, 19.
19. As you investigate the sword, you're looking all up and down, trying to find markings. You like realize as you're like looking closer, something's weird about the proportions. Like the proportions of the sword are like not quite right. It looks like the make of a dagger, but this long.
Like the hilt being bigger, like of the size of a dagger, and then the blade being like.
Yeah.
So is he holding the sword now?
Yeah. They would be.
Well, he was holding it, and I'm just looking.
Yeah, looking over it. And as you look over for like markings of where it's from or who made it, you can't discern anything.
Think it
Aiden.
Oh, yes.
Are you a swordsman?
I like to think so. I try my best.
Well, perhaps you would do best with this. I don't think it's going to suit me very well.
What type? If I was, trying to get kind of a feel for it. Would this is more one that weapon that I try to move fast, or would it require more of some strength?
It takes some strength. It's silver, so it's kind of heavy. It's a really nice sword.
If I had to say on a scale of 1 to 12, how much damage?
Do you even
know what kind of sword it is? You can decide if it's a great sword.
Is it shinier than the ball bearing that you did?
No, nothing's shinier than the ball bearing.
I pull out the ball bearing. I hold the sword.
I'll give you a thumbs up.
I remain unconscious.
Good time. So, are you guys gonna sleep in the tower, or where are you gonna sleep?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to make sure that I'm kind of put her in the corner, and I've planted myself right in front of her, so that no one else can get at her.
I take out a little piece of silver string and I wrap it around us, and I take out a bell and I put it on the string and I give it a pat.
Wonderful.
A jingly pat.
I think that is where we are going to end the session tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Good time. That concludes session 1 of Grandeur Adventure. Hopefully we'll be streaming again, but stay tuned. We'll be releasing episodes as podcasts. We'll be posting this. And yeah, follow us along on our quest through Dira. It's been great getting to know. We haven't gotten to know you. It's been great letting you get to know us and seeing what we're doing.
We love attention.
we love it.
This is so good for us.
Yeah. This has been a blast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, baby.